Okay, we are now streaming live on Facebook. Fantastic. All right, I'll get this set up here. Wonderful. Hello, hello, Facebook. Hello.
Which one? Which are you? Are you in the L window also live so I can share it right now?
Yeah, in the Mass Media Tribe group on Facebook. We are now streaming into the Mass Media Tribe group. Hello and welcome to the Mass Media Tribe Meetup for tonight. I'm so excited. It's tonight here, of course, in Australia. And our guest speaker tonight, Neni Carolina Chacin, is coming to us live from Los Angeles. It's 2 a.m. for her over there. Thank you so much for joining us at this crazy hour, Neni. Great to have you with us. And if you're watching this on Facebook now, you're welcome to come and join the live Zoom. We're going to have a packed session here today. I'm going to be presenting about how to get free publicity. We're going to have everyone introduce themselves on the live Zoom. And we've got Neni speaking about how to automate Instagram for success. Then we'll have some Q&A at the end, and we'll have some giveaways. And to be eligible to win something, you need to be on the live Zoom. And if you don't know where that is, then you can just follow me on Eventbrite. Just go Alden or say on Eventbrite, look at the event on there. Then once you register on Eventbrite, you will get emailed the Zoom link to come and join us, okay? And also the link for that is on Facebook as well. If you go to the events section on Mass Media Tribe, or you just look up Automate Instagram for Success, you will find us. Okay, fantastic. Well, welcome everybody. I can see you all putting your links in the chat, which is wonderful. My name is Alden Alternate. For those who don't know me, I am known as the Media Queen. What I do is I help people get their message to the masses using online and offline media. And a little bit of background on the Mass Media Tribe events. They actually started out in 2018. I started to run these meetups on the Gold Coast. And back then it was called Mass Media Masters. Started out as masters. And then I found a lot of people didn't feel that they were quite masters in the media just yet. So we changed it to Tribe. And we run events on the Gold Coast and Brisbane. So there's been about 20 events or so run now. And since COVID, they've been all on Zoom. So with the physical events, it used to be about $10 or $15 to attend. Of course, on Zoom, it's absolutely free. We do the events every 2 to 3 weeks, roughly. So tonight's topic is Automate Instagram for Success. Our next event after this will be September 24. And we've got Andrew Komenos talking about how to have a multi-six-figure business. So that will be amazing as well. September 24 will be our next one, 7 till 9 p.m. And Andrew Komenos is known as the results guy. He's awesome. The whole concept of these Mass Media Tribe events is to help people get their message to the masses in a very cost-effective way. Basically, for zilch, it's just your time is all you're giving up to be here today. It's not costing you anything to be here, and it's really to encourage people to get their message out to the masses in some way. So we have different guest speakers that come and speak about marketing, all different aspects of marketing, and about business as well. So fantastic to have you here. My background is I've got about 36 years media experience. I know I don't look a day over 25. I know, thank you very much. But actually, I first featured in the media at age 10, believe it or not, for table tennis. I was a top junior table tennis player in Sydney, and I was in the Manly Daily in Sydney at the time at age 10. Age 11, I had my first media training. I was on Cartoon Connection on Channel 7 at age 11, and I did a media camp with the likes of Joanna Griggs and Jeff Hugel at age 11. So I had this fascination with the media from a very young age. At age 13, I did my first radio show, and then I went on and I worked in TV, radio and print over the next however many years it's been, a long time. And I just love what I do, and I love seeing people step up with their message and make a difference in the world with the power of the media. And I know a lot of people here are time poor. And so if you are time poor, then you really want to be leveraging yourself as much as possible using the media, because you'll be able to reach hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people by getting your message out on a media outlet. So that's a little bit of background on the Mass Media Tribe events. I have a business called AA Expose Media, so I work with a lot of clients one-on-one and also with the Mass Media Mastery program as well. So we have clients from all over the world on that, getting publicity and people on the journey of getting clarity around their message and around what they do as well. So really excited to be in this industry. It's been an amazing ride, I must say. I've had the great fortune and joy to interview people like Hugh Jackman and Cyndi Lauper and Russell Crowe and Debbie Harry from Blondie, if anyone remembers Blondie. It's been amazing, and there's a few things that all of these celebrities have in common, and you may be able to relate, is that once upon a time, they were all the world's best kept secret. If you're feeling right now like you're the world's best kept secret, then it's absolutely perfect, because half of anything you do is just starting, right? 50% is just starting. So, so making a start on this journey is really what it's about, and actually saying to yourself, I think it's time. I think it's time I started to make a bigger difference in the world. It's time I started to share my message and share my brilliance and share my story. And the fact is, your X factor is your story. And so if we haven't heard your story so far, it's just because you haven't put it out there yet. And so it's all about how you then package that up, package up your angles for the media, etc., to get journalists' attention, which is what I specialize in, is getting free publicity. So you're not wasting thousands and thousands of dollars on advertising. And you could just be one great contact away from things going exponential for yourself and your life. So please do not underestimate the power of connections and of networking like we're doing here today on the live Zoom and on Facebook. If you're watching this, if you have comments or questions as we're going along, please pop them in there. I'll be checking that as well. So starting off tonight, what I'd love to do is go around the Zoom room and hear from everyone. I'd love to hear from you what you do, and say your name too, because maybe on Facebook they won't be able to see your name clearly. So say your name, what you do, and what you'd like to get out of tonight. That would be wonderful. So for those who want to share, of course, if you don't want to share, you can just say pass. Although I figure if you're at a media event, you're wanting to put yourself out there. So here's your opportunity. So who would like to go first? Just unmute yourself and just your name, what you do, and what you'd like to get out of tonight, or out of this morning as it is in the US right now. Just unmute yourself, or I will just come to you. Don't all start at once now. I know you're all thinking about what you're saying. Oh, Neni.
Yeah. Oh,
Neni.
Roger.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
You go, Neni. All right, Neni.
Yes. Well, you're going to hear about me a little further along, but my name is Neni Carolina Chacin, and I am a coach, a software engineer, a coach for life and business automation and optimization. I am a software engineer, a professional recording artist, and of course, a lover of life. And I'm very grateful for Aldwin to invite me to share my knowledge and my experience in Instagram automation. And I would like to get from all of this a little satisfaction to know that you are now going to be able to automate some of your Instagram for making some money with it. And I want to make sure, want to have this goal of networking with you as well, so that we can stay connected and find out about the new news that I will be posting, and all the different courses and information and free tips that I give on my different websites and Facebook groups and everything about life, about business, up to optimize and automate your life and business. So that's about me.
Yay, thank you, Neni. And Neni and I actually met in LA, would you believe? When travel restrictions weren't so insane as they are now. We met in LA, and I showed Neni how to do selfies.
Yes.
As you do.
Yes. I thought that I was the original selfie creator when phones weren't happening, but I was doing it all wrong. And she showed me, since then I do it the way you showed me. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Neni. Thank you so much for going first. Ranger Nick, you were very close there. There was a battle for sharing. Over to you, Ranger Nick.
Always going to put the ladies first, Alden.
Yes.
I'm Ranger Nick. I'm a celebrity bush cook. I travel about the place doing demonstrations, and I think laughing's learning. So demonstrations around the campfire, how to bang a feed together and eat like a king while you're sitting on a riverbank, I guess. Have a bit of fun in amongst all that. I've done a lot of different things in the last 10 years of my professional career, camp oven cooking. Tour through Germany. I've travelled from one end of Australia to the other. Inland Australia is an amazing place. I made the world's longest damper and brought the title from Sweden back to Australia. And at the moment, I'm doing a Curry for COVID campaign for Father's Day. So basically, what I'd like to get out of this evening is I'm not real savvy with computers and the social media scene. So the more I can learn about all that sort of thing, the better, I guess. It will complement what I'm trying to do, especially while I can't get out and do demonstrations and edutain.
Wonderful, wonderful, Ranger Nick. Thank you so much for joining us. And for those who missed our interview yesterday, I interviewed Ranger Nick all about the Curry for COVID campaign and his world-breaking damper win as well for Australia. Can you share just a little bit about that, Nick? I'm sure people are fascinated.
Look, what an amazing experience it was. I was contacted by a gentleman out in Charleville who was sitting in the shed having a beer and said, "What's that photo on the wall?" And the bloke said to him, "Well, that's a world record damper we did in '94. He Googled it and found that Sweden, a Swedish scout group, actually held the title from 2006. And when he contacted me and said that, I said, "Well, that's damn right un-Australian. We better do something about it." So on the day, 13th of July 2019, we banged up a damper there at 153.002 metres, bringing the title back to Australia.
Fantastic. Well done. Well done. Congratulations, Ranger Nick. Excellent effort. Massive damper, and there's some great photos of that also online. So check out Ranger Nick or have a look at his website, rangernick.com.au. And the video has been getting, our interview's been getting a lot of traction online. So if you haven't seen it, check back to yesterday. And when you have a spare hour or so, I suggest watch the whole thing because it's all very entertaining and educational, which is what the edutainment movement is about, right? Fantastic. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, Ranger Nick. And of course, Neni is our guest speaker coming up tonight. All right, who would like to go next? We've got Jackie, Joylene, Elizabeth. Who would like to share your name, what you do, and what you'd like to get out of tonight? Jackie, yes, just unmute yourself there. Welcome.
Welcome, everybody. Jackie Everett is my name. I have been going through a sea change and trying to clarify what I'm doing. I've noticed on my Instagram, which I just noticed there, my new business, which is in sea change, people going through sea changes. I don't have any posts, I don't have any followers, and I haven't followed anyone. So this is a new experience for me. I knew it years ago, but I'm coming back into social media. My background originally was in creative industries. I was a hair and makeup artist working with celebrities in film, television, music industry, etc. And then I retrained into multimedia, which is the same digital version of our media, different medias we had. And and I've taught in university and colleges in multimedia. But more of late, I haven't been sharing my skills, if you like. So I'm moving into creating a new business in branding, personal style, but in a different way, in a learning style and a new way for people to find their natural talents and find their natural mode for sharing those talents. So I'm going to be coaching in that area. So that's about me. From an Instagram point of view, it's one of the most prominent social medias that you can I'm practicing one of the most prominent social medias at this time. So I'm really looking forward to Neni's presentation this evening. And yeah, that's about it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jackie. Great to have you here. Wow, the branding sounds amazing, what you're moving into there. That's very exciting. Very, very cool. Maybe we'll get you as a guest speaker here, Jackie, sometime, hey, talking about branding. That'd be amazing.
Yes. Well, I could drop quite a few names, I would say, but it's interesting. I'm used to people on camera, putting people on camera. And so now that's not my skill. It's quite a stretch for me to go on to camera, be in front of a camera. So you can forgive my nervousness, but I really want to push through that as I encourage other people to push through it, because there's so much opportunity in the new world now. So and as you say, Ranger Rick, edutainment, and you know, I really like Aldwyn's Star. She's light and she's bright and engaging, and so yes, a great person to learn from. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Jackie. That's very kind. Thank you. Well, compliments will get you everywhere, so to keep them coming is we all like to have compliments, don't we? And it's nice to show gratitude. I think gratitude is a wonderful thing. I'm a big advocate for gratitude, particularly at these times when there's certain things we can't control out there in the world, such as COVID and the whole fiasco that's going with it right now. It's been going with it for 6 months. It's quite insane, actually. I kind of feel like I'm in the middle of a movie, you know. It's kind of bizarre. It is really bizarre, doesn't it? It feels like a movie. Neni, I bet it's amazing over there in America right now. What's that? You've got 8 fingers up there.
8 months.
8 months. 8 months.
I mean, if you count from January, where it all started.
Sure. Yeah, well, that's right. 8 months if you count from January. I mean, March, I guess, really the lockdowns, the social distancing started to happen here in Australia in March. But of course, in America, it happened earlier, didn't it? And it came in with a vengeance. And of course, if you really look into what's going on now, you'll see that there's been a whole lot of planning behind the scenes for years currently to seeing what's happening right now. There's a movie called Plandemic that was banned on just about every social media platform. And I've seen Plandemic, and a lot of what is in Plandemic makes a hell of a lot of sense to me. Well, thankfully, there's things like BitChute out there. So have a look at Plandemic if you haven't seen it. BitChute is an alternative to YouTube. YouTube is banning a lot of things that are controversial, such as 5G, vaccinations, anything on those kind of topics. YouTube doesn't like it. And it's very fascinating. And then we've got fact checkers, right? Fact checkers on Facebook that are also taking a lot of content off. However, what's starting to happen in the world of the mass media is that people are standing for freedom of information. Now, I am a big believer in people having their own opinion. However, what I do say is, please question everything you are hearing. Question, do your own research, and then make your own informed choice. And regardless of what your opinion is at the end of that, please be kind and respectful to others, okay? Because there's a lot of heated action happening out there with the information world. You know, I am a stand for freedom of information, and I think it's really important that we do this, because if we have certain media channels that are giving everyone the information that we're hearing, and even with Google now, they can actually control what you're seeing in your searches. So this is where things like BitChute and library.tv, there's a whole lot of alternative video platforms out there now which are sharing information that you won't see on Facebook and YouTube. I highly recommend go and do your own research. Do not believe everything you hear in the mainstream media. And as you start to dig, you can make up your own mind as to what you think is going on. And at the end of all of that, you can't control certain things. There we go, lbry.tv. Thank you very much, Neni. Definitely check that out, lbry.tv. And BitChute is the other one, BITCHUTE. And there's a whole lot of other platforms as well. So, you know, I am a big advocate for people questioning everything. And having worked as a journalist behind the scenes, I can tell you that what I saw happening behind the scenes is that there were certain agendas that were being pushed, and journalists were encouraged to get certain angles on stories that weren't necessarily there. Okay, because I know, because I was there, I was behind the scenes and I've seen it happen. So, so yes, question everything and do it in a loving, kind way as you're sharing your opinion, as you're sharing your research. Keep spreading the love and keep being kind, because, you know, there's no winners in war, right? There's no winners in war. And as angry and frustrated as some people might be feeling right now, It's very important to get that, hey, there's certain things we can't control. What we can control is how we're going to respond to what's happening right now, how we're going to collaborate as people, how we're going to come together and share information, and how we're going to wake people up to potentially a different point of view that they may not see right now, because maybe they find it very hard to believe. And I can tell you, I found certain things very hard to believe in the past, such as 9/11 being an inside job. I found that very hard to believe. I was like, what do you mean 9/11 is an inside job, when a friend said that to me? And I started to do some research and started to see all these videos and information that wasn't shown in the mainstream media. And very interesting. Do your own research. Anyway, I won't go down the rabbit hole right now. I just wanted to give you something to think about and encourage you to do your own research. So let's go over to Joylene. Would you like to share?
Yep. Yes, I'll share. Thank you, Aldrin, and hello, everybody. I'd love to hear you say that about the gratitude. That's my mantra, gratitude. I mean, we've all had our problems, we've all had our trials and tribulations, but I think having gratitude for what we have got and the good things in our life, the good people in our life, I think that's one of the most important things for all of us to keep in mind. And touching on that other thing you just said about the media and things like this, I don't really mind what anybody does. Everyone's got free will, free choice. But my biggest problem at the moment is that making things mandatory and taking choice away. All I'm saying is I want choice, to choose for myself what I want to do. And when they take that choice away from me, then that's when I start bucking the system. But anyway, I'm Joylene Michelle, by the way, and I am a retired lady, and I've just written my autobiography, and it was, what is it now? It's September. July it was published, so it's out there now in the big bad world. Yeah. And it's an inspirational story. I've had some really good feedback about it. It's a story about coming from extreme abuse, sexual abuse, going to work early, leaving school, but undereducated, and it's just showing a story of how you can not define your life, and that you can actually, the dreams that you had as a child, you can work at them and don't lose sight of them, and they can be materialized in your life. And it's a story, as I said, it's showing people, inspiring people to not be a victim. I didn't know I was a victim until I read all this stuff that's in the media. And there's so many people out there at the moment who are feeling victims, and some of the things that they're feeling a victim about aren't major. And I just want to get the story out that, you know, while we can have these bad things happen in our life, we can move on. We've got that inner core, that inner spirit. We've got that deep sense of being able to have the strength, you know, and I just want to show people that. And so my mission here tonight is to try and learn a little bit more about Instagram. I mean, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, but I'm really not doing it very well. And I want to spread the message. I want to you know, sell more books if I can. And I'm really not doing it very well. So I'm hoping that Nene can help me tonight and show me the optimum way of utilizing that forum.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Joylene, and welcome. And I'm 100% with you. I think we should have choice as to, you know, how we do life and what we're going to inject into our bodies. And if you are going to have anything injected into your body, I would be asking what the hell is in that stuff. I was actually sick earlier this year. I was sick I actually went into hospital with tonsillitis in February, and I came out reacting to the penicillin that they gave me. They had me on antibiotic drip. My lips all swelled up. I ended up with 3 massive cold sores around my lips coming out of hospital. So I actually got sicker in hospital, and that took about another month to recover after that. So I do my best to avoid hospitals at all costs and do things as naturally as possible. And get some of that curry into you. Ranger Nick's got the curry for COVID campaign. Get some curry into you, flush the system out, and you'll feel a lot better.
A few recipes there, Ranger Nick. That'd be nice.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Joylene.
Thanks, Olga.
Jane, welcome, Jane. We're doing some introductions. If you'd like to introduce yourself, what we're doing is just saying our name, what we do, and what we'd like to get out of tonight. If you'd like to share, we'd love to hear from you.
Hi, everyone. I'm actually just printing something at the moment. It's 7 pages, so that sound you can hear I can't avoid, I'm afraid. And yeah, my name's Jane. I'm here on the Gold Coast. I'm only here for 20 minutes though, I'm afraid. I've got another Zoom call with the UK at 8 o'clock. I'm doing an 8-week blogging course and it's on to week 5. So it works well because it's 11 a.m. for the UK, 8 o'clock wine time for Australia. So that's a good thing. So very briefly, my business is a online art supply and project business called Mrs. Red's Art Room, where I sell art supplies and projects, project boxes full of art supplies for that project, and also downloadable art lesson plans as well.
Wonderful. Fantastic, Jane. Well, thank you so much for joining us for a short time. While you're here, it'd be great if you could share in the chat any links you have to Facebook or Instagram so that people in the Zoom room can network with you and you can support also the others here today on the Zoom room. That would be wonderful. Fantastic. Well, welcome. I know Elizabeth has private messaged me and said she doesn't want to share, so that's fine. Elizabeth is an amazing lady though as well, and she will be showing her camera later, she said. So what I want to do now is share my screen and present a short segment on how to gain free publicity. Now, if you've heard me do this topic before, I do encourage you to look at it with fresh eyes, because I never know quite what's going to come out of my mouth, even though some of the slides may look the same. Okay, so you may pick up something that you didn't pick up last time. Okay, so all right, let's share screen now. Make sure you can see that. Can everyone see my screen? So I'm going to present this segment here, and then we're going to go over to Neni, and she will share about how to automate Instagram. Okay, can everyone see that? And just put a thumbs up if you can see that and hear me. Okay, wonderful. All right, well, welcome to the Mass Media Tribe Meetup. I'm going to present a short segment on how to gain free publicity. This is my area of expertise, and I believe if you are a human being on the planet, then you have a story to share. And if you've had any kind of hardship whatsoever in your life, you've definitely got a story to share, right? And I'd imagine if you're a human being, then you will have some hardship that you've been through, maybe some breakdowns you've had in your life, maybe some really low points you've had. And the fact that you're here now and you're watching this means that you've most likely come out of those low points. And I do believe at the end of every breakdown, there is a breakthrough. So hang in there for the ride, the roller coaster ride of life, right? Get that seatbelt strapped in and away we go for the journey of life, right? Okay, so now there's a journey that people go on when they think of getting media. And I know for a lot of people, there's a lot of fear that comes up. And people think, you know, they get the imposter syndrome. They think, who am I to share my message? You know, I'm not really that, you know, that much of an expert, or so-and-so is better than me, or whatever, right? Well, I would encourage you, if you have any of those thoughts going on, that rest assured that you're not the only one that has those thoughts. A lot of people think this, and naturally, as you go to step up with your message and put yourself out there on Instagram or any social media or in traditional media, anytime you go to put yourself out there, you are going to feel some discomfort at some point, particularly if you haven't done it before. And it's a beautiful thing. And I encourage you to welcome challenge, because challenge is when you know you are growing in life. You know you are going to another level. We actually need a bit of perturbation and challenge, I believe, through life, so that we become stronger through the process, like the caterpillar that needs to go through the cocoon to become a butterfly, right? There's certain certain challenges we need to have, I believe, as individuals before we can transform into the butterfly. Now, if someone tries to help a caterpillar out of a cocoon while it's working its way to become a butterfly, you will actually damage it in such a way it will not be able to fly, because in that struggle, the caterpillar actually, as it's becoming a butterfly, the blood is flowing to the wings to enable it to fly. So some things you need to actually be patient with the journey, and it is a journey. When you want to get publicity, when you want to put yourself out there, be patient with yourself on this journey. And if you think you don't know enough right now, well, you only need to know 10% more than someone else to be able to teach something. Okay, only 10% more. All right. So if and you're probably teaching people things all the time that you're not actually conscious of, or you haven't actually packaged up into a product. And this really is the whole new economy now. We're actually in very exciting times at the moment with COVID, very, very exciting times, because there's massive opportunity to actually get your message out and to get free publicity right now, more than ever before, I would say. So this is the journey people go on, is they feel like the world's best kept secret usually, and that could be you right now, feeling like the world's best kept secret, and that just means that we just don't know about you yet. So the fact that you're starting to put yourself out there is a wonderful thing, and that really is where it all begins. And then you make a start, right? You make a start. You might attend an event like this, or attend one of my media workshops, or you might start to research podcasts or different news sites, or have a think about maybe what an angle could be for you to get publicity. You make a start, and 50% of anything you do is just starting. Right, so you're halfway there, just starting. And then you start to make some steady progress. You start to get some runs on the board. You learn about how to get publicity, you get the structure in place, and you start to get some coverage. You might get in your local paper or radio, or get some TV spots. And next thing you know, you're shooting for the stars. You're going for some bigger media outlets, or some tailor-made, some bigger podcasts or news sites with your message. And then the next thing you know, you are a star. Yay, that's my rocket ship model. Spent a lot of time on these models, so I hope you're enjoying this. And then I've got another one for you, keys to success. There's keys you need to get publicity. The first thing you need is passion. Now, if you are not passionate when you have your media interviews, you are not going to get much of a run. Okay, and I believe you need passion with everything you do in life. And if you're not passionate about it, then why do it? Why do it? You may as well just give up and do something else, because 1/3 of all people die by the age of 65 is the statistics, right? So if you think about right now how old you are, and what's possible and what is it that you want to do, I encourage you to seize the moment and to follow your passions as much as possible. Love what you do, the money will come. Purpose. What is your purpose? Why are you here on the planet? I think this is something definitely worth delving into and looking at. What is your purpose and what is your passion? And before you start your media campaigns too, it's important to look at these things. And then with a media campaign, you then want to package up what you're doing. And I always recommend get some good visuals, have a great press release to get out to media. You can get coverage without a press release, but you increase the chances of journalists getting the facts wrong if you do not have a press release. So I highly recommend you have a press release, and also you then need to pitch it effectively, and you have about 45 seconds to get a journalist's attention. So you need to be able to pitch in a succinct way. You need some urgency about you when you're pitching. And then profile. Now, what are people going to find when they Google you? Are you Googleicious? Are you Googleicious? Are they going to find some consistency of messaging, branding, etc., right across the board when they Google you? What sort of profile have you got out there? And it's always good exercise, I think, to Google yourself and actually see what comes up. You might be surprised. People, knowing the right people. People is everything. People, the media want to hear from people. We love stories. We want to hear your story. From the beginning of time, human beings love stories, and everyone has a story. Sometimes we're too close to our own story to see what the story is. I can absolutely say you have a story, and if people don't know about it yet, well, maybe it's time to put it out there. Then there's a process to getting publicity, which I'll share with you the process shortly. There is an actual process to get a journalist's attention to get publicity. And why do you want a journalist's attention as opposed to paying for thousands of dollars in advertising? Well, why you want a journalist's attention is because it's free marketing and it's worth 3 to 8 times more in value than advertising. So for example, if a one-page ad in a magazine is $4,000, which is about what people are paying for magazine ads, one page is worth $4,000, then a free story of one-page space is actually worth, say, 3 to 8 times, or just average it, say, 5 times. Okay, so it's about $20,000 value to have a story that's one-page space rather than an ad. The other thing is there's 22 times more views of stories versus ads. And if you think about how you consume the media when you're watching TV or listening to the radio, what happens when an ad comes on? You switch off generally, right? You switch off, you go make a cuppa, you go to the bathroom. So don't waste money on advertising, okay? There's a process to getting free publicity, and this is a highly underutilized marketing strategy that is very, very effective. And once you have your media coverage, you can then use that again and again and again in your marketing. If you've been on TV once, you can say as seen on TV forever in your marketing. You can use the logos of the media outlets you've been in to promote across the board on your social media and really take things to a whole other level. So there's a process there to cover, and then propel. Once you get your coverage, how do you then make the most of that? And that's really the keys to success with getting publicity. Now, there's an awesome media magic formula I'd like to share. Now, I am known as the media queen, and I do have a magic wand formula. I like to wave my wand because the thing is that anything is possible. And so when I look at this wand, or any wand for that matter, I know that anything is possible. And all you have to do is wave the magic wand and you can conjure up and picture up whatever you want and you can make it happen. Of course, there's formulas around that too. If you've seen The Secret's fantastic, law of attraction. A big key there is actually feeling and seeing yourself in whatever you want, in whatever situation you want, to feel it, see it, and then take action, right? The Secret didn't talk too much about action. Action, take action on what you want and you can make anything happen. I truly believe that. So my awesome steps, it is an acronym. A is for articulate your story. So getting the gems of your story. What is unique or newsworthy about what you do? And newsworthy has the word new in it. What is new, unique, or different about what you do? And what is it that you want to promote? What is it you want to promote? Is it a product? Is it a service? Is it a book? A lot of my clients have books or programs that they want to promote. What is it that you want to promote? And then what you need to do then is look for the story behind the story, because journalists are looking for stories that are going to be relevant to the wider community. And it needs to be non-commercial. If your story is too commercial, the journalist is just going to say, just go take out an ad. Okay, so to get their attention, you need to look for the story behind the story and work the angles. Okay, work angles of your story. And there will be quite a few angles. So for example, I worked with a guy called Stephen Esser, known as the webinar guy, a few years ago. There are a few angles with him. He did a free event in Australia and New Zealand to help offline businesses go online. That was one angle for him. He had a personal angle as well, that 5 years previously he was broke. He was a panel beater in the western suburbs of Sydney. 5 years later, he's now a multimillionaire. How did he do that? Okay, and then there was another angle. He created some software. And so then now we had software to automate webinars. So now there was a technology angle as well. So that's just some examples of working the angles with Stephen Esser, the webinar guy. Then E is elevate your profile. And in this step, you really want to package up what you're doing. So once you know your angles, you know your story, you need to think about a press release, to do a succinct one-page press release that a journalist can just copy and paste. It needs to be very well written and with all the main facts in there that you want to cover in your story. Also think about visuals. Now, all media nowadays are thinking in visuals, whether it's social media, TV, radio, or print, because all of them have social media pages and they all have websites that they want visuals for, okay? It's not just about the words, so think visuals with everything. And then pitch, 45 seconds you've got to get your pitch across if you're speaking to a journalist, of course. And then having a succinct email pitch as well is really important. Startling the media is the S of the awesome step, startle the media, getting the media's attention. Now, if you want some great examples of this, check out PR stunt king, Mr. Richard Branson. He's done some amazing things like dressed in a wedding dress to launch the Virgin Brides venture. He posed as a Zulu warrior to launch flights to South Africa. You know, what can you do to be really creative and colorful and fun, right? Edutainment. How can you be how can you be really fun with what you're doing? Now, Ranger Nick, he's got the Curry for COVID campaign, and recently he was in the media with a turban on and with his curry kits and his camp oven, and fantastic colourful photos. So how can you bring some colour and excitement to what you do? And then owning your power, always owning your power. This is a really crucial step. It's very important that you have confidence in yourself when you go out to media. Now, of course, there's going to be a little bit of nervousness. That's always there with any gig you're going to do. Owning your power, though, is crucial because it's about speaking your truth. And I believe this is absolutely crucial nowadays. Authenticity is the new currency. And I think whether you're doing a video online or whether you're in the media, it's important to speak your truth. And the stronger you are in your truth and in your message, the less you will be impacted by what other people think. Because the fact is, there's going to be people that love you and people that hate you no matter what you do. And the more you step up with your message, you're going to have more of that. You're going to have more that love you and more that don't like you. Let's look at Donald Trump as a perfect example. Okay, there's people that love Donald Trump and there's people that hate Donald Trump, right? And actually, I can't believe the stuff that people are saying about Donald Trump, how they're getting away with it. I don't know. But, that man, he just stands in his truth and he just keeps doing what he's doing, right? No matter what you think of him. And all celebrities, for that matter, all the celebrities that survive in the industry, they have owned their power and they do not let what certain media outlets say or what certain people say, they don't let it bother them because they are on their path and on their truth. So that's really, really important. Mastering interviews. There's certain things to do before, during, and after interviews to make the most of your interviews. Most importantly, though, if you're going to be on radio or TV, you generally will have about 3 to 5 minutes for your interview. And that 3 to 5 minutes can go very, very quickly. So you want to make sure you have a few succinct grabs for media when you're going into those interviews particularly, okay? Just a few succinct grabs. So you need to know your story, you need to know the message you want to get across so that no matter what a journalist asks you, you'll make sure you'll get your main points across in your interview. And then exploding impact. Once you get your publicity, shout it from the rooftops, right? Go all out with social media, email people, get it on news sites. There's lots you can do to make the most of your media coverage once you have media coverage. It's very important to celebrate that and keep marketing that on websites, etc. Now, there's certain benefits that will happen when you get publicity. One is you will have fame. You might not want to be famous like a celebrity. You will be famous in your industry. You will be known as the expert in your industry the more you get publicity out there. And the more you get out there, and if you come across well in your interviews, journalists are going to love you so much, they will come back to you. They will actually seek you out when they want an expert on that topic. So building that is really crucial. Fortune, you will be able to earn more for what you do because now you will have celebrity status. Now you will be like the Anthony Robbins of the personal development world. You'll be like Michelle Bridges of the health world. You'll be like Noel Whittaker of the finance world, right? There's lots of examples. All the people that you think of right now, if you think in your industry right now, who is known as the #1 expert in your industry right now? Who is known as the #1 expert? And as you think of that person, I would say 99% that person has had publicity, and that's why they're known, right? So you want to be seen, you want to be heard, you want to be known. It's important to get publicity, to get in the media where all the celebrities are. Freedom, you'll have more freedom once you get publicity as well, charging more for what you do. And obviously it's important to build the back end of your business as well while you do this, and get your systems and structures in place. You will have more freedom to do more of what you love, and you will leave a legacy. With every single media spot you get, you are leaving a legacy for your family, for your friends. You're able to impact the bigger world, the wider world with what you do. If there's something that moves you, I encourage you to act on that. I do believe that if we are moved to sadness, to anger, to tears, whatever it is, if we're moved in some way, I do believe that it is a prompting from God, universe, whatever you want to call it, spirit. It is a prompting to do something about it. And if you don't do something about it, then who's going to do something about it, right? And with the power of the media, you can impact those areas. It might be child sexual assault that impacts you. You know, it might be, for me personally, I'm a big advocate for animal welfare and also for truth and good news. And I've acted on all those things, and I continue to act on all those things because that's what I stand for. I stand for truth, good news, and animal welfare. And in line with that, in 2007, I set up the world's first Animal Action Day. I've now done 13 annual events raising funds for different animal charities every single year. In line with the good news and the truth, I set up a Good News Day on the 8th of the 8th, 18. And in fact, on the 8th of the 8th this year, we just launched, just in my 9th compilation book, which is called the Why Not book, Empowering Stories from Female Leaders Who Said Why Not. This was launched on the 8th of the 8th just this year, so around a month ago that was launched. So I have a chapter in that. I'm a big believer in compilation books too. I think they're amazing. So that one just came out. So Good News Day, we just had the 3rd year for that, 8th of the 8th, and Global Good News Challenge, which is on right now. We actually have a Global Good News Challenge happening right now. This is something I launched during COVID. Opportunities are everywhere, right? What are you going to create now? Now is a great time to get content out and get things, you know, there's more than a 60% increase in content consumption since COVID. People are online looking for information, looking for products. Now, the Global Good News Challenge is to inspire more good news in the world, to lift people's spirits, and to help decrease depression, anxiety, and suicide rates. Now, I've personally had depression over the years. I've had 4 friends take their own lives before the age of 45. Now, the stats are about 1 million people a year worldwide take their own lives, and that figure has been going up since COVID. There's a lot of depressed people out there. There's a lot of, you know, angry people with what's happening. We're seeing a lot of chaos out there now. And I think it's really, really crucial that as individuals that we shift the way that we are doing news, that we get conscious to not absorbing and taking all that on board, right? And actually just listening to the news objectively and actually coming to life in a state of gratitude, coming from gratitude. And that's what this Global Good News Challenge is about. It's basically Facebook Live challenges that started in June 2020. In June, we did a 7, 14 and 21 day challenge. In July, we had a 5-day challenge, August 8-day challenge. And now from September 1 to 9, we've got 9-day challenges. So anytime between now and September 9, you can start a 9-day challenge. And it's basically 9 days of Facebook Lives where you just share your name, what you do, 3 things you're grateful for, and a piece of good news. And you can either do it on your profile or do it in the Loving Life group. All the details are on the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page. So just look that up, pinned to the top of the page. And this is a great way too for you to promote yourself, right? Your good news could be that you've got an event coming up, or you've got a book you're launching, or you've got, you know, family members just had a birthday, or, you know, just it's simple things. It can be something about you, about someone you know. It's sharing good news. It's lifting the energy. It could be that the sun's out today. It could, you know, there's so much we can celebrate. So it's about that. And it's amazing how powerful it is when you share what you're grateful for. Not just think it, not just write it, but actually share it, speak it out. It is so powerful. It's such a simple exercise. And most people do these challenges in about 3 minutes. I tend to go for about 10 minutes because I waffle on a little bit, right? So, but, you know, most people just whip them up quickly in about 3 minutes. And I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's participated so far. We've got some amazing, I call you Good News Crusaders. We have Good News Crusaders out there doing this. It's just wonderful. It's absolutely free to participate. If you want some extra media training before you do it, then there are some paid options with me as well. If you're confident to just share from the heart, then please do go ahead and join in the Global Good News Challenge. Check out the Facebook page for all the details pinned to the top. Now we have also how to gain, this is one of my offerings here that I do, which has been, I've actually run a workshop on how to gain $1 million worth of free publicity, where I go into a lot more detail. I've run this in Melbourne, Sydney, Gold Coast, Brisbane, in LA, in New Zealand, Thailand, and I have a global one coming up this Saturday, September 5, from 1 till 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And details on that are in the Mass Media Tribe group on Facebook and on Meetup. So if you want to head along to that and find out more about how to get free publicity, I would love to work with you on that. I also have a Mass Media Mastery program. We have clients from all over the world in this program that are gaining publicity continually. It's really fantastic to see. I love seeing my clients in the media. If you want to know more about that, then check out my website, aaexpos.com, and just go to the services area there, aaexpos.com. All right, the world is your oyster. The world is your oyster. Anything is possible for you. And this is my final slide here. And I just love this quote. And I also love the Gandhi quote, be the change you wish to see in the world. before I share this one. I believe in the power of one, and I believe in you. May your flame burn bright and light up all those around you. Thank you so much for listening to my little presentation here today. I'm going to stop the share here, and we will come back to our amazing group of people here. Hello, hello. So how did we find that? What did we get out of that session there? Anyone like to share? What did you get out of that little session before we go over to Neni? Just unmute yourself. What's something you got out of there? Just maybe one thing you got from that session. Jackie, yes, is that you putting your hand up there? Yes.
Yes, I think the courage to just do it. Basically, that's a cliche of that we've all heard, or a slogan. But you know, you sort of walk your talk, and somebody to aspire to with your confidence and the things that you've done. Yeah, and I think certainly that was my takeaway.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I wasn't always confident. In fact, I was bullied as a kid, and for a long time growing up, I didn't want to be here. I was a first generation Australian in Sydney. I had Greek, Turkish, Ukrainian background, if you're wondering what my heritage is. And I was bullied a lot because the food I took to school was different, because my name was different. Even though I look kind of Aussie, you know, we're all from somewhere, right? But you know, it was really hard growing up, and I actually felt invisible. I felt I wasn't seen, I wasn't heard. I didn't want to be here. I saw animal cruelty. I used to watch the news every night with my dad, and I just got so depressed growing up and was very self-destructive. So for a long time, I actually felt like I wasn't seen and wasn't heard. And now I'm the opposite, right? Now I'm all about helping people be seen and heard. And actually, if you're going to live, you may as well make the most of it, right? You may as well make the most of it. Otherwise, why bother being here, right?
But I think people's identity, I think whether people will show up and do it or not, it really comes back to identity, which is, it is really the backstory, isn't it? You're having the courage to, you know, we've got masses of platforms to share and inspire, but it's whether, and it's the individuals. You don't have to be a celebrity to do it, and that's the interesting thing from what I've learned in career, is even celebrities are real people. And yes, now we have platforms for real people. It's a lot more authentic, I think. But anyway,
and overcoming your real challenge, like you said, Aldwin, is exactly what the world needs. Sharing that wisdom of overcoming your challenge is exactly what the individual contribution that you are here for. So that's very important to know, that if you have a challenge with anything, overcoming it and sharing that experience, it's what you're here for. Like that's the case of Aldwin, you know.
Yes, absolutely. And what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And, you know, now, thankfully, I just love my life. But in saying that, you know, also I've been on a massive personal development journey. I've invested at least $500,000 into my personal development since 2005. I did landmark education. I've done a lot of landmark training, which has been very powerful for me to build my confidence, because, you know, I used to be very empathic, and you know, people were nasty to me. I would just take it all on board, and I would just get really upset and just wanted to be such a people pleaser, you know. And actually, after doing landmark, I realized that when people are nasty to me, it's actually their stuff. It's not about me at all. And that actually hurt people. It's not about me at all. And so, you know, when I got over that, you know, I just, you know, and a whole lot of other courses I think has helped too. So I think the personal development journey is really important, and seeking help. And I've done hypnotherapy and all sorts of work dealing with traumas from the past. We all have something from the past, right? And generally when we're stopped in life, when we're challenged, often it's our younger self that needs some healing, right? So that doing that inner child work, doing that, you know, nurturing the younger you, and loving yourself just as you are and as you're not, you know, and being grateful as much as possible, being grateful for what you have. And anytime I find myself in whinge mode, I think about Nick Vujicic, the man with no arms and no legs, one of the most inspiring speakers I've ever seen. I think about him and I think I have nothing to whinge about, you know? And he's extraordinary, quite an amazing guy. So yeah, thank you for sharing. Anyone else like to share what they got out of that session? just unmute yourself. Welcome, Claudia. I can't see you, but I know you're there. I can see your name. Joylene, would you like to share there? Are you unmuting yourself?
Yep, there we go. No, I'm really just happy to be here. And you are on the same page as I am, you know, spiritually and you know, day to day, it appears to me. And so it's really nice to find like-minded souls. And I think sometimes I feel quite, I don't know, bad about sharing my truth, as you mentioned before. But I feel it's an obligation to share, you know, and I see that everyone has free choice and free will to do whatever they like. But I feel if I think something's happening, then I feel obliged to share that, and you deal with it as you see fit. And so, you know, and that's probably not exactly answering your question, but like-minded souls, I believe, wouldn't be here unless we were similar in our, you know, philosophy of life, perhaps.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Joylene. Well, I did share about sharing your truth. So sharing your truth with like-minded people, your environment is so crucial. Absolutely. And, you know, the Mass Media Tribe, this is a supportive environment. This is a place where you can share your links, okay? It's not one of those Facebook groups where you don't share your stuff. No, Mass Media Tribe event and the groups, you can share your links because I'm all about people supporting each other, okay? So if you've just joined us, Claudia, or anyone on Facebook who wants to join us on the Zoom, please pop your links into the chat here so that we can support each other outside of here and on social media as well. So very big on that. I think, you know, what comes around goes around. And if you have an abundant mindset, it doesn't matter, you know, don't worry about competitors, right? It's not about competitors. Everyone's on their journey. People will be drawn to you because they like you, they like your personality, they like what you do. They'll be drawn to you, even if there's 10 other people that teach the same kind of topic. No one's going to do it quite like you do. But, you know, this is the thing, just be true to yourself, and the right people that are meant to be with you will be with you. They'll be drawn to you, and the ones that don't won't. And you don't need 1 million customers. You know, most people with 10 customers are happy, or 100 customers. You know, you don't need, like, there's 7.8 billion people on the planet right now. You know, if you just capture a segment of that market with what you're doing, with what you want to promote, then fantastic. You know, even if you impact one life, it's worth doing, getting your message out, right? Just impacting just one life. So fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, it's with great pleasure that I introduce our amazing guest speaker. We're talking about Automate Instagram for Success tonight. And I know from the last session that Neni did, people were ecstatic and they couldn't wait to get you back again, Neni. So that's why we've got you back again. And there may even be a third installment after this. We'll see how we go today. Joylene's clapping. I know Joylene's very excited. So Neni, without further ado, all the way from Los Angeles at a ridiculous time in the morning, like 3 a.m. right now. Welcome, Neni. Yay. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much. Well, again, I'm so grateful for being able to share some and help you in your automating your success in life, because basically everything that you said in your presentation, Alwyn, is actually the base of Instagram posting. What you shared in there, how you present your story, how to get attention, how to feel, everything about confidence. You have to be, how do you grow your confidence and be out there? How do you expose yourself as much as you can? That's what Instagram is for. And also share your story, like for life, because people need to know about you. People need to know what you're about, your challenges, how you grow. And that's what is going to automate your success through Instagram, by sharing and posting on stories and using all the platform all along the way. Every single little thing that you can do in Instagram, it's all about that, getting publicity, getting media exposure. And right now, this is the most amazing free media exposure that you have at your hands. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to hire anybody. You can do it yourself. It's actually a simple platform that you can really use. And it's very, very easy to use. And sometimes we have fears fears of the unknown, fears of using technology. I heard, from Ranger that, sometimes we're not used to doing this because we're used to having live presentations. We're used to interacting live with people. And now everybody has been forced to use anything that's online to promote themselves. But in fact, it's the easiest way to promote themselves because everybody's online. So not only they were online before, but they're actually online even more now during this world pandemic or plandemic or however you want to call it. But it's a very good thing, this plandemic or pandemic, because everybody's online at the reach of your fingertips. If you have a phone, or if you have a computer, you have an account in Zoom, or you have an account in Instagram, you can reach people. And basically, that's the core of it. Because I was listening to you guys when you were saying what you want to get out of this and seeing, where are you starting? And everybody here has an account on Instagram. Yes. Ranger, do you have? Yeah, everybody has an account. Okay. So if you have an account, so I'm going to switch to share my screen. Okay. Now I did. There you go. Voila. So I did have an earlier presentation where I went through one and then we got cut off. So I wanted to do a little bit of like an overview first and then go right away into the practical part of it. So it's like I said, it's very interesting what Alwyn said, because it's really the core. When you know what you want, you know what to post and you know how to use a platform. So it's very important from the get-go to know exactly what your goal and what is your intention when you're going to share on Instagram. That is the key to automation and to success, because if you are just posting just to post something, it doesn't make sense and it doesn't really render any return. Okay, you have to post directly for your intention. So let's say for makeup artists, right? Like you have then you want to post anything related to makeup artists. If you want to share your story and you are about speaking or sharing in know, all you have to do is share about this, anything related to it. So that's very important to know your intention from the beginning and be very goal oriented and to create a brand for your business and for your name. So know that your Facebook profile, your Instagram profile, and anything that you have online represents your brand. And what is your brand? Everything that Alwyn said in her presentation is, like I said, I'm going to repeat it a million times because that is really the core to your success on social media. You have to know, you have to create your brand, create a brand that represents your values, represents your ideas, and represents what you stand for and what your goals are. And with that in mind, then you're going to build all the things that you're going to post. So, and that's the same thing for marketing. If you want to, and also she was saying about showing how you are, who you are. Basically, the social media is there for people to fall in love with you because people buy you and not your product and services. Okay, that's very important to know. So if you show yourself, and I know this is very scary sometimes, very, very scary to show yourself like vulnerable and authentic because you think people are not going to like you, but you don't have to be afraid. If you see a troll, if you see a bad comment, you can delete it. That's it. You don't have to be scared, okay, of people sending you a message. Oh, what if they send me a message and I don't know how to answer? It doesn't matter. You don't have to read it. You don't have to reply to it. You can just delete it, okay? So you have to eliminate all the fears that you have for the platform. So if something goes wrong, you just delete it, okay? So there's no risk. You can always delete what you post, and you can always delete messages and bad things that happen in there, because a lot of people get spammed or anything. Just ignore and continue. But it's very important to show yourself as is, authentic, vulnerable, because people will fall in love with your personality, what you are about to, and the right people will come to you through the Instagram, because there is the first thing I'm gonna share is, so we just went through goal-oriented brand marketing and content type, right? And I'm going to share, let me share my other screen. Hold on. There you go. This one, and share this one. Okay. All right. Oh. So this is, for example, okay, I'm gonna go here. So can you see the browser? Is it clear? Let me know. Yes, say, go like this if you can see it, yeah? Okay. So the way people will find you, how to automate your Instagram for success are 3 things. Number 1, in your profile name, you can add hashtags. So for example, in my description, I add hashtag singer, hashtag coach, hashtag software engineer, okay? So you can add the hashtags to your profile. The other thing that you need to do is you need to make sure you add a link that is appropriate for your business. So don't go, so if you're promoting a particular product or service, put the link in there of the product or service that you are promoting. And you can change these links regularly. Now, there is one way to automate this in one fantastic way. There is a website called linktr.ee. I'm gonna copy it for you so that you can, I'm gonna put it in the chat so that you can go there later. Chat. Here. If you go here, Linktree. So Linktree is a way, because Instagram has a limitation that only is allowing one single link. So when you post on Instagram, you cannot post any link on the actual comment of the post, okay? So what we use is the actual profile. So when we put the link in the profile, this is the terminology, is they call it, have you seen things like link in bio? Have anybody has heard about that? Click on the link in bio, yeah? That is the terminology that they use to refer to this link. This is the most valuable link because, like Alwyn says, it doesn't matter what you do, and secret, everything is about taking action. So if you don't have a way for them to do an action, like go to a place, buy your product, click on this link, then you'd have nothing. You just posted, people saw, and they have nowhere to go to get a lead, okay? So this is very important. This link is very, very important. It's really one of the keys to automating your success on Instagram, having the right link in here for your product, for your website, or for whatever. And I use Linktree because Linktree is a special website that allows me to create buttons. So it takes you, instead of my page, it takes me to a bunch of buttons that look very, very nice. I'm going to show you. This is the browser, but I'm going to show you my phone, how it looks. Okay. And so this is my phone, right? And when I click on that link, see, it looks very nice. It's like a bunch of buttons. And then here is where I'm going to say, when I do a post, I will say, click on my link. Let's say I do a post on a sale, right? Then I say, I create the button on Linktree, and then I say, go to my link in bio for more information. And then they will get this, they will click on the link, and then they will have everything. Summer sale, feature single, free coaching, Meet Neni, Spotify, YouTube, podcast, shop. See, they will see all of that. And the way to configure Linktree is very, very easy. If you just follow the screens, you create an account. It's very simple. It's super simple. It's very, very simple. And then you link it to you. Just follow the screens and they will link it to your Instagram account. And then you'll have that link to put in your Instagram. That's my recommendation. Why? Because you may have a website, but then you may also have a YouTube channel. And then you may also have a podcast. You may have a landing page. Landing page is a little page on your website that takes them to a form where they can introduce their email or information. Okay, I'm sure you're maybe familiar with it. I'm trying to speak in the most basic language so that if you're not familiar, okay? So that's why Linktree is this link and using Linktree is very important. And in fact, Russell Brand uses it and many other artists use it. So if they use it, that means it's very good, right? They pay millions of dollars in marketing. So I use it too. So number one, the hashtags on your profile. Number two, the link on your profile. Number three is the links in the hashtags in your post, okay? So whenever I do a post, I put some little comment, right? And then immediately I put a call to action right below it. Links in bio, and then I put and this is the part of automation, okay? This is a little key. You can copy this. If you take a screenshot, you can copy this, all right? So below your comment, you're gonna say link in bio. And then you're going to put your same name, meaning your handle for Instagram. You're gonna say @Neni Chacin or whatever it is, okay? You say link in bio, and right after it, you say your Instagram name, okay? I have two Instagram accounts, so I put in the comment, I put @Neni Chacin and @Neni's Flower so that people can go there. So I said links in bio and @Neni Chacin go for more inspiration. And if you love this, leave a note. So always, always, another key to Instagram automation success is ask for an action. Leave a comment. Go to my link in bio. Check out my YouTube channel, and then go to my link in bio to see the YouTube channel or the promotion. Go to my Facebook, anything. And even, let me just go, even in here, in this link, if you don't have a website, if you don't know what to put, but you have a Facebook page, you can just put your Facebook page in there. It doesn't really matter, okay? I'm giving you practical things to automate your success on Instagram. So we talked about the hashtags, number two, the link, and now the comments that go and the hashtags that you add in here. So once I actually add, this is another automation tip. After you say your comment, you put the link in bio, call to action, and then I add these ... Why do I add this ... It's strategic. The reason I add them is because when you see the comment, it's going to collapse it so that the people that see the post only see the text and don't see all this hashtag, which is all the automation for making people find you. So as you can see here, I have a ton of hashtags. Can you see the hashtags? Yes, say like this if you can see the hashtags. Is it readable? No? Yes? Yeah, they're readable. Okay, so the key is 30 hashtags. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a list of 30 hashtags that are related to your business and your brand. And your brand for your personal brand and your business brand, okay? Let's say for your personal brand is you are about, like Aldwin, you're about media, you're about sharing, you're about social interaction, you are networking. You put all those hashtags, networking and social media and whatever it is about you. And then you also put things about your business, product, coaching, different things, singing, whatever thing you do, right? Speaking, camping, everything you do. So you have to have 30. And the reason you have to have 30 is because the maximum allowed is 30. And when you post, Instagram will tell you, oh, you put too many, okay? But 30 is great because you're gonna optimize it and automate it to the most hashtags. So the way the hashtags work, I'm going to show you so you can see how many people. So let's say I search for media, okay? And I search for media. Of course, Aldwin shows first. Okay, so I search for media. Or maybe in this one does it in on the web it doesn't work. Let me just show you here. I'll show you in my phone. Let me switch to here. So this is my phone, right? And I'm going to do a search in the bottom. You can see, right? Everybody can see, yeah. So I'll do a search in the bottom and I'm going to type right on the top, I'm going to type media. Okay, and when I type media, you see the menu. Oh, you see the menu on the top. You see places, tags, accounts. So this is how people search. And if I say tags, look at this. Can you see? So media itself, the hashtag media itself has 10.3 million posts. So next to each hashtag, it tells you exactly how many people, how many posts are in Instagram that are hashtag are posted with a hashtag of media, media day, media takeout. You see that? And as I go lower and lower, you see that the numbers decrease. So what you want to do is you want to put like three categories. One hashtag in the millions, another hashtag in the hundreds of thousands, another hashtags in the less than hundreds of thousands. And the reason you do this in your post is to get a wide net, cast a wide variety of audience, okay? If you put too many like of that millions, media, life, love, basically you're gonna be a little snippet in an ocean of sameness, you see? But if you put yourself in different categories where there are less people, you may have more chances to be shown on Instagram for people on the top, okay? So that's a very, very good tip for automation of your success on Instagram. Categorize, use the 30 hashtags every single time. Do not post a single post without the 30 hashtags. Basically, you just write the hashtags once and then you just copy paste it on every single post. You don't have to create them every single time. You create them once. Create your 30 hashtags and then make the post and copy paste. That's what I do. That's what everybody does. Okay. If you want to have two types of hashtags, like one that contains this kind of content and the other one that contains another kind of content, you can do that too. And that's fine. But you only have to create that once and then you post them. Okay. Now, you see these things. And then in those lists of hashtags, make sure you diversify your hashtags. So this is the same in finance. This is the same in life. This is the same in everything. As above, so below. So you have to diversify your money. You have to diversify your life. You have to diversify the hashtags on Instagram. Okay. So that is one tip. Let me go to the other screen. As you can see, I have all this automation, right? Okay. So next thing I want to show you, so is this area here. So let me go back to, let me go back to here. Let me go back to, up. And there you go. So, right. So we've covered the hashtags and how to be found. So that's how the people find you. They go and search for the hashtags, and then you'll be in a list of all these people. And people, you'll be surprised, you know, for Rajanik, you said that you had no followers. Somebody said had no followers, nothing. I can't remember who it was. Yeah. So that's fantastic, because you could just start and you'll be surprised. You put a post, you create the hashtags, and you're gonna have all these people liking. And it's like, well, I don't know these people. And it's because they find you through the hashtags and through the profile hashtag. Okay, that's how you get found. And so the other thing is the frequency and consistency and persistence. So in Instagram, the only way that it's effective if you are consistently posting every single day. In fact, what happened before the pandemic is you would post once or twice a day, in fact, sometimes. Of course, this is a full-time job, but you have to establish a routine every single day. Every single day, you take a little bit, like 15 minutes, and post something. Every single day you have to post something. During the pandemic, people are posting 3 times and 4 times per day. Like, it's really bombarding, okay? So you can start with one post. You can start with whatever post you want, however frequent you want during the week. But my advice is post more than once every single day. No excuse. And if you have a business, if you want to get out a message, if you want to tell the world your story, you better get on it and make a routine to create a post. It won't take you more than 15 minutes or 10 minutes. Just create a post to create a post, just take any picture. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're not a photographer. It doesn't matter if you don't know how to do creative. But in the case of, for you, I can't like, I want to see in the screen that I can't see the names. I can see the names now. Let me see.
Jackie was the one who said she didn't have a following. It was Jackie.
Yeah, just trying to see the names, and I can only see your name. But yeah, so Jackie, in your case, you're a media expert, you said. So this is going to be fantastic for you, because you can create different things. And if you have a way to create something multimedia, you're going to find that Instagram is a lot of fun. For me, because I love photography. So anytime I go, let's say I take a picture of a postcard, take a picture of this postcard, and then I post it. And then I relate every single photo of anything I take with my business or my brand. Let's say you're in the kitchen. You take something in the kitchen, and then you have to create a story. Like what Alvin was saying, say a story and a story behind the story. Right? This is why her presentation is very, very much linked to this, because it's all tied together. Instagram is media, and you have to use the same formulas as the media. Imagine you're a TV producer. So you have to tell a story. So you tell a story, and you tell a story behind the story. Like, I'm making a tea because when I'm calm, I can produce more. I don't know, whatever, you see? Or you take a picture of you working on a selfie, you working on the phone. I work constantly. You see, everything to show your values. But that's why I talked at the beginning. It's very important to know your intention and your goals, and everything has to be tied. And maybe the first exercise that you have to do is make a list of all the values and all the goals that you have for your personal brand and for your business, and then another list of all the hashtags. Make sure you update your profile with the links and the hashtags, meaning the profile description of the Instagram, right? And you have the basic core. And then all you have to do is take content, a lamp. Anything can be related to your business if you just tell a story and a story behind the story, like Alvin was saying. Okay, it's very, very, because stories sell. Okay, stories sell. And what you want is, you want to sell Maybe you want to get money, but maybe you want to get networking. Maybe you want to get other kinds of resources. You don't doesn't mean that because I say sell is all about money, right? So it could be about exchanging professional services. It could be about getting information, getting people to listen to you. You know, that's a sale, regardless. It's a sale. There's no exchange of money, currency money, fiat currency, but it's exchange of interest. It's the exchange of energy, and it's the exchange of attention, right? And it's exchange of time. Basically, you're asking somebody to take the time to listen to you, to read your post, and to do some action that you're telling it to exchange something. You're going to give something, and they're going to receive something, and they're going to give you back either something back or a satisfaction that they used your product, your services, your information. You see? So it's all very holistic in a way. And people may see Instagram as, oh, this is too much, it's automation. No, but it's just very, very natural. Okay, it's the law of life. You're going to exchange something, but stories sell. If you tell a story, they will come to you. If you tell a story about yourself and see how you are authentically, they will fall in love with you and come to you and share your post it on their site, save it and share it and learn something from it. So we talked about the content. Now I want to tell you, let's see, how are we doing on time? We're good, right? We're doing good on time? Yeah.
Yeah, I've extended tonight's session. We're actually going till 9:30. The next Mass Media Tribe event will be 2 hours. But this one, we actually have, we've extended it because we've got Q&A time as well. And I knew that people want to hear more from you, Neni. So, so we have another 45 minutes.
Right. Okay, great. So, yeah, so that's why I wanted to start like with really practical things that you can do, you know, the hashtags, the link, everything. And so the content is very, very important. Now, I'm going to show you now something that Instagram has released this year. And this is about, this is about gift cards. So before we go into the stories post, because all people have been used to is just put an Instagram post, and that's all fine. But there are 3 other kinds of posts. There are stories, there are highlights, and there are posts. So I'm going to try to show you all that. But before that, I want to show you how to do gift cards and how to shop on Instagram, how to tag a product on Instagram, okay? All right, and I'm gonna show you, Neni. Okay, so in your profile, there's now a new thing. Well, one thing you should do, what you should know actually, Instagram has 3 kinds of profiles. Instagram has a regular personal profile, it has a business profile, and recently it has something new called content creator profile. And the way you change that, so the first thing you have to do once you create your Instagram profile is change into a business profile or content creator profile. And I'll show you how to do that right now. So if this is your Instagram, right? You're gonna go through the lines here. I don't know if you have an Android or iPhone, it might show somewhere else, okay? You go into that and you see in the settings, you go to the settings in the top. And then you go, then you see here is a creator. I have a creator account right there because I create some media, some videos. I call myself a creator. But if in there, you will have a way to change account. Yeah. So in the settings, you will see the account. Okay, account. You tap on the account, and as you see in the bottom, you will see these new options. Switch to personal account, switch to business account. So you see there are 3 types of account: personal, business, and creator. When you go to the settings, then go to account, and then go in this link, and then you see you can switch to, if you're personal, you can switch to business account. If you want to do the creator, you can do the creator account. So the reason is different is because as a creator, then I have these options to set up: promotion payments, shopping, branded content. This is advanced, but I'm not going to go into that because I know this may be too advanced for you and you don't need to do. But the only thing you need to do is make sure you switch to either creator or business. That is mandatory for you. You cannot stay on the personal account. Why? Because you're a business. And the reason that is because as soon as you change into the creator or the business, you have something called insights. So that you see this button, when you go to your profile, you're going to see this button, insights. And that is a marketing tool to see, to see how people are reacting to your posts. So as you can see here, these are, there you go. How many accounts I reached, how many content interactions, how many followers, and how many things I shared, okay? And then, yes, this is, and of course, Instagram has changed the interface actually this past week. So now what happens is that here you will see, as you browse in that screen, you're going to see how many people have reacted to my post. So for example, this particular one, this is actually a video I made about business training. You see it has 2,052 people that have seen it. That means, so this tool, so this is the trick, I'll tell you. Automate your success in Instagram. Change to a business or creator profile. And number two, this is going to allow you to have access to the Insights button. Now, the Insights button is a marketing tool to allow you to analyze all your content and see what content is pulling more people. As you analyze this, then you are going to share more of that kind of content. Who's following? Yes? Say a thumbs up if you're following. Yeah. Okay. So when you analyze this thing, then you see, for example, I know that this video has a lot of content. So this Instagram live, for example, I mean, this Facebook live is more interesting for people than a regular picture of me here or here, you see? Okay. So that's how I analyze. And so the thing is, the more people are engaging, meaning they like a post or they comment on a post, that means it's more popular. That means that you can use that kind of content and repeat that kind of content continuously to get more attention. And if you get more attention, you get more sales, you get more exchange of services. Okay, so very important. Switch your account profile to a business or a creator profile, and then you'll have the Insight button available for you. And that Insight button will allow you to do some marketing analytics that will allow you to optimize and automate better your success on Instagram. Okay. Now, one thing that I was talking to you before is the importance of the post and what you put in the post. So the trick is the frequency and the consistency. So if you do a lot of posts consistently, people will expect you to be posting, and you have to engage on every single comment and like. So if you're interested in getting some monetization and success through Instagram, your task is to have 10 minutes for posting and then another hour replying to every comment that is being sent to you and have an engaged conversation, for example. So what I do, well, actually, I I'm recommending an hour because that's what my marketing coach actually told me. But it's been hard for me to do 1 hour of engagement back. And my marketing coach said, oh my God, you have to do this. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be really, really difficult. But in fact, if you want to sell your service, you have to spend time on sales. If you don't spend time on sales, you don't get any sale. So that's just a simple thing, right? Now you can make some posts and you can enjoy the post, but if you don't ask for the sale, you won't get the exchange of service or products. And that's very, very important. So that's why engagement on Instagram, it depends on you. So you can post all you want, but if you don't engage with any of the people that are following you, liking your post, commenting on your post, and they're going to be strangers. Absolutely. They're going to be all strangers. So interacting with a stranger might be a little intimidating, but don't be afraid. They went there already because they like your post. So don't be afraid of that. Just go over there and engage with them. Comment on them. Say, oh, I really like, and of course, go into their profile and see it and see who they are. Maybe there's a person that is related to X, Y, and Z business. So then make a comment. How is your business going? I saw that you engaged in my page. What did you like most about my page? So you can use this interaction not only to have a sale, but to understand the marketing and how you can improve your post. So you can actually say, what made you comment on my post? And then they'll say, oh, because the colors were great. So then use more of those colors. Maybe they'll say, oh, I'm really interested in what you're doing. And then you say, oh, really? Like, let's have a conversation, a free consultation. So get them in, engage, offer value. Every single time I try in my post to offer some value for optimization and automation of life. So I do that every single time. Actually, in fact, I've been on a pause since Friday, because if you look back in my Instagram, what just happened, and Alvin hasn't talked about that, is I just moved cross country from the East Coast to the West Coast, and I did a whole 6-day travel by car, by land, reporting COVID, reporting everything I was seeing from Boston, Massachusetts, all the way to LA. With all my stuff, I just moved 6 days of traveling on the road. And so I posted every single day on Instagram. I got a sale from it. But it's about engagement. So since Friday that I arrived, in fact, I've been on a strike because I've been unloading, moving, organizing, unpacking until yesterday. Just in time. My goal was to do it before the Instagram call, before the Automate Instagram for Success call, and everything is completely done, all decorated. As you can see, it's my new office. It will be my new office from now on, and everything is done. But I did bring a helper, my best friend, and also home staging expert came with me, and she's been helping me design the whole house again. So it's pretty much done. I'm just waiting for 2 pieces of furniture. So that's what you won't see. But the reason I'm saying this disclosure, please forgive me. I haven't posted anything since Friday because of this. And I'll be good. Today, I'm resuming my work. I haven't been online. I haven't been, until just basic, and just coaching some people, but a very, very limited because of this moving, and then I'm done. But you see, I documented the whole journey from I left in Boston until Friday, and that got a sale. So if you do this and you engage with people, so I saw that they were engaged, but even some people don't even engage. Some people just watch and listen and watch and watch. And then all of a sudden you get a message from an email or a phone call that say, hey, do you asking for your product or service? So even if you don't see a reaction or an engagement from people that are online, know that they are watching. Don't get discouraged. They are watching carefully, and they're consuming all the content that you're putting out there, especially if it's good news, especially. So that's why Alvin's message presentation from the beginning is so tied to Instagram, because everything that she said is exactly what you need to post, and the mindset that you have to see Instagram with. Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah, we're linked, you know, so that's what you do. And when you post the good news, people get attracted to it, and then you get more exchange of services and products, and you get your goal achieved, because it's all about your goals and your intention. Remember, it all goes back to the beginning. What is your intention and what is your goal? Is your goal just to have an Instagram account? That's also okay. But you have to be aware and clear that that is your goal. Okay. So we talked about that. So that's the insights, right? So how to analyze the insights. Now I'm going to tell you. So once you go into the insights as well, so like as let me just put you here. Okay. So once you turn your profile into a business account, then you have the option to do gift card button. There's a gift card button available for you. So when that gift card button is available, can you see? You can see. Everybody can see? Yeah, yeah. So there's a gift card. So the way to have an online gift card for your product and service, there is let me just send it, put it here in the chat. It's called giftup.app. Okay, so I'm sure that there are some Australian ones, but there are services online to create online links to a digital gift card. I use giftup.app. I did actually do a research on what were all the free gift cards online, because I try to use as much as possible free services so that I don't have overhead in all my business. Okay, so I try to like GiftUp is free, so you don't have to pay for it. You set it up, and maybe you only have 2 or 3 options, but that's enough. You just want one gift card. That's all you want. So in this case, for example, I have my gift card is a gift certificate, you see? So not only you can engage people that actually are going to be direct clients that need your services, but you can engage on people that can gift your services to somebody that needs it. So imagine that expands the audience to a very wide net. So you get the people that need you, that are going to buy you, and the people that may buy your service or products to give to somebody else, a birthday present. And now everything's online, right? So it's easy. So in this case, I have, let me see here, the glare. So I have a coaching session, first time, coaching session follow-up, and 7 steps to live your dreams, $1,000. So, and this is right there, and they'll go, and then you say gift, or just choose your own gift, your own amount. And this is an app that is already automated and available for you through giftup.app. And I put the link, I put the name in the chat, okay? But in Australia, there might be other ones that are very helpful. So all you need to do on Instagram is you basically tap the gift card button and then you set it up. Basically, you just put a link. And that's it. It's very simple. It's just like your profile. So that's another thing you can do. Another thing you can do for getting attention on Instagram is what they call the highlights. The highlights, the video capture. The highlights are these little things. These little buttons here. Have you gone into any Instagram profile and seen like a little balls under the profile, right? So the way you do these highlights is by creating stories and then turning the stories into highlights. But I'll share that in a second. I know this is a little advanced, but I'm going to say it And once you get familiar with the prior things that I did, you can maybe come back to this video and then play with the next thing that I'm saying, okay? This might sound too advanced, but I'm just gonna say it, get it recorded, and then you can come back to it. And that will be all for today. Let me go here. So in the stories, oh, okay, Neni. All right. So I'm going to show you. So there's one thing called the stories. The stories, when you go into Instagram, you see all these little balls on the top, right? And these balls are small vertical size picture that you can put and will stay there for only 24 hours. So a post is permanent. You know, the post that you do is permanent, but the stories are actually 24-hour vertical vertical image or video, okay? And the videos are only 15 seconds long, okay? The stories are 15 seconds long, and it shows your picture for 15 seconds or it shows a video of 15 seconds. And the cool thing about the story and how to automate your story for success is the following. So when you add a story, this is something that you need to learn. This is very important. Just as much as learning how to post, you need to learn how to post a story. You click on your image on the left side. There's a plus button and you say plus. And this will open something like this. Then you're going to select the image from your phone, for example, or just take a picture. But let's say I'm going to take an image from my phone and I'm going to select this one. This is the sunset last night here in LA. How beautiful is that? Okay, and so this is, and then you can see some icons on the top. This is your secret and the key. So in the icons, there is an icon that is like this one, okay? Oh, hold on. It's hard to do it with them. And when you tap, there's a little square, okay, a square with a face. And when you tap on that icon, you see a bunch of things that you can add. And this is your secret. So if you can, let me see if I can angle it good enough. Yeah. So you can add the location, you can tag someone with mention, you can say, you can put a donation, you can say register, music. Oh my God, this tool for creating the stories and putting things on top of the stories is the most valuable tool because people are actually looking at the stories more than the posts. And not only that, but I get a lot of sales from it. So because I have albums, to sell, like CD music, and my music is digital, it's all in all the music stores, then I can add music here. I can add music, for example, and then I search for myself, Neni Carolina, and then it shows all my music right there. See? And so I'll find a song, for example, this one, We Are Here. We are here for a long, long time. Then for a short, short time. Then we are gone for a long, long time. That's a Renaissance mantra composed by one. So I'm gonna. Then I'll position it. Is the choir singing mantra. So I'm adding it. I'm gonna do it, okay, with you. So I'll do the music. It's just 15 seconds of it. And people will click on it and listen to it. And then actually I get paid for listening on that. So, and then I'm going to do a hashtag sunset, right? Hashtag sunset. And then I can add another thing. For example, so there's another button that says DM me. DM me is directly to ask for engagement. So I add that, DM me, see? And you add as many things as you can. And then you go, you can add a poll here. I'll say, want to learn where this is? So I'm gonna ask them a question. Do you want to learn where this is? And so and then I say send to. And then I send it to the story right there. Right there. Now it's sent. And now when I click on my round circle, it's right there. And they'll see it. And what's going to happen is every single person that DMs me or answers, I will reply back and I will actually engage with them and say, hey, do you need coaching? You know, it's all about interaction. And then you're going to post this like as many times as you can, you know? So I know it's maybe overwhelming, but it's how it is. You put a story and then that story can be turned into a highlight in the profile, but maybe that's a little too advanced. I'm going to leave it up to there. But let me see that. But I think we've covered a lot. We've covered a lot, and I want to leave some time for questions. So we have the, you know, what you're going to post, the content, you know, be goal oriented, have an intention. Make sure you turn your Instagram into a business account or a content creator. Make sure your profile description has the hashtags. Make sure you use hashtags in your post. Make sure that you have always a call to action in your post, and that your link in the bio is optimized to put the link tree. Make sure, find out what kind of register for a gift card link website and put a button for a gift card of your services on your Instagram. Engage. Analyze your marketing with the insights in the profile. Tell stories and tell the stories behind the stories. Put 30 hashtags. Follow up with engagements. Follow through is how you get the sale. Now, always, you know, just like in Facebook, of course, you know about tagging. You know, you can put a post and tag people. You can tag celebrities. So you will, when you tag celebrities or you hashtag celebrities, also you get all their audience because they're all looking at bigger celebrities. So when you tag a celebrity in your post, like, oh, whatever, any brand that you're following that is related to your business or your brand, you can just tag it. Let's say I'm a software engineer, I tag Apple, tag Microsoft, and then everybody that's following Microsoft will look at my post. So that's very, very important. Tag Deepak Chopra. You can tag, you know, not David Icke because he's not on Instagram, but you can tag anybody. You can tag Alwyn, and then all Alwyn's audience will actually go into it. You can tag me, and then all my audience will also go for you. So that's very important. And finally, the shop. I think the highlights on the shop, maybe we can do it later, but I'm just going to show you. Well, see, already I had one comment from my post. I had one comment and one tag. See, already in seconds. Oh, that was Aldwin. Funny. And so it works. Okay, it's just everything is working and working and working. So one thing I'm going to show you, and maybe train you how to do this in a later time, but I'm going to show you here, for example, Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret. So as just like you can tag just like you can tag a person, you can tag a product. And if you look here, if you look here, there's a little shopping cart. So when you tag a product, the post will show a shopping cart, a little bag, not shopping cart, but a little bag. And then when you tap on it, it goes directly to the products. See, and then you can buy from here. Now, how to do this is a little more complicated, because what you have to do is you have to link your Instagram with Facebook, and you have to create a shop on Facebook. And then that will automatically, when you tag a product, it will pull in all the items in your shop from Facebook. So that's a little more advanced, but I'm going to leave it to you as an option to do, because that's also what I do. And I have a shop on Facebook, and I can tag my products. So I have some branding things. So anything that you can actually sell, you can sell. It's all free marketing for you. So, and that is all. I'm going to leave it right now. I'm going to stop the share and open up for questions.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Neni. That was amazing. Yay. Big claps from everyone. That was unbelievable. And there I was busy on the Instagram as you were sharing, loving that. So I just did a post and I just shared to my story. Yay. And I just tagged a whole bunch of you. So whoever I could find on Instagram, you are now shared, and you are now on Instagram.
On Instagram.
There
exactly.
You are.
Perfect. You see?
Check it out. See, this is action at the station. Fantastic, Neni. That was amazing. So questions will open up. We've got probably 15 minutes or so of questions, and then we'll do some giveaways. You have to be on the live Zoom for the giveaways. The info was absolutely awesome. Elizabeth says, thank you, Elizabeth. That's fantastic. Great to see all the chat going on here, people connecting on the Zoom here. And hello to Miriam. Miriam's been struggling to get on the Zoom. I'll put the Zoom link in there, Miriam. If you're watching this, it's in the chat on Mass Media Tribe. I know there's a few viewers on Facebook too. Hello, all our Facebook viewers. So Joylene, I said your hand went up there for a question. Yes.
Just a question I'd like to ask, Nen. I've got Instagram, and it's a personal one, but almost every day some male is all of a sudden likes it and wants to chat and stuff. Now, it seems to me it's like a dating service. I don't want that. I'm not in there for that reason. How do I avoid that?
Oh, that's very, yeah, you can avoid it a little bit. So the first thing you have to do is please change it into a business account.
Okay, good.
So go into the settings, go into account, and then change into a business account. That would be different, because personal account is a personal account. So you'd be more likely to be reached out for that. Now, the other reason
excuse me, will that, the people that are on my
it's personal
account, will that they'll still stay there?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It just changes the kind of things that you're going to see, and it changes the buttons that you're going to see. It doesn't really eliminate the other one and nothing like that. No.
Okay.
It's just a little switch so that it's a business account. Okay.
Thank you.
And then you'll get access to the insights, you get access to the gift card, the shop. I mean, all kinds of stuff that is different.
That's amazing.
Now, so the second thing that you can do is make sure that your profile. So what do you have in your profile description?
I've just really haven't got very much at all. It's
but you
just
have name,
author. My
okay.
name and an author.
Do you have your picture in your profile?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you change your description into a business description, like you go into my Instagram and see there's a formula to the description. Basically, the top, your name is your name in your Instagram.
Yes.
Then in your description, you're going to say your business name, not your name. Okay. And then, or your tag, like if you don't have a business, then you can say life is good. Okay. If you don't have a business and name. And then the next thing you're going to say what you offer people, like what the value that you're giving. Like I write stories for you, for example, right? And then you're going to say, click the link to find out more, a call to action.
Right. Okay.
And so when you have that kind of format, these people that are looking for a girl or a boy, you know, they see that you're about business, so they won't send you. So you'll be less likely to be sent. Like, for example, I had my Instagram since I think it was like 2000 and I want to say 13 or 12. Yeah, I want to say 13. I actually don't remember when I started, but it's before 2014. And I get almost nothing of that.
Yeah, well, I get it constantly.
Right.
It drives
so
me mad.
so that's what I'm saying. So it depends on how you put in your description.
Yeah.
And it depends the kind of post that you do, and also depends on the hashtags that you put with the post. So I would recommend change your description, change it to business, change your description to a business kind of format, and put a hashtag author blah blah blah. Okay. Remember how I said that put hashtags inside the description?
Yes.
Yeah. So put that so that people are looking for that, find you. And for these people that send you a comment, do not reply ever.
No.
Do not reply ever. Just block them.
Yeah.
So if you block them, then Instagram will actually know that these people are bad people. So actually you're helping Instagram filter all these people. So I do get them. I'm not going to lie. I do get them, but it's not often, not often at all.
No.
Not often, not even once a month.
Oh, I get one at least every day or a couple every day.
Yeah. So that means,
it's just,
change it to a business.
Yeah.
Change the name a little bit, you know, don't put like, because they look for a name, you know, like, oh, this is a name person. So if it's a name person, then it's like a person that they can interact, you know, and you can see people are engaging.
Yes.
Obviously,
yeah.
You know, they're engaging,
Absolutely.
they're looking in there. So the same thing, if you put your name, you know, it's a possible person that they can engage to.
Yes.
But if you put a business, it's different. A business, you don't engage with, no, you don't want to have something with a business, you know? So change it like that and it will help you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that.
No problem.
Great question there, Joylene. And I just want to say welcome from all the different places you're coming to us from here on this live Zoom. Joylene, Elizabeth, myself from the Gold Coast, is that correct? Unless you guys have moved, is that right? Yep. Jackie, I believe you're in Sydney, is that correct? Brisbane? Brisbane. Brisbane. Okay, Brisbane. Excellent. We are in the same state. And Ranger Nick from New South Wales, from country New South Wales, welcome. And Claudia is coming to us from Chicago. Welcome all the way from Chicago, Claudia. And Neni, of course, is in LA after her huge expedition across the US of A. So I just want to shout out for all the different places you're coming to us from. We've got some wonderful comments here, people absolutely loving this. Any other questions from people on the live Zoom? Just unmute yourself if you'd like to ask a question of Neni. Elizabeth.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead. Thank you.
Am I on?
Yes, you are on. You are turned on. You are switched on.
All right. So I am like total beginner, pretty much have no posts. My Instagram page is up, but don't really know what to do next. So I'm wondering, does Neni have like a cheat sheet or, you know, just the basics that you would do to start your page?
So like I mentioned, it's a very good question. And like I mentioned at the beginning, the most important thing is to know your intention and your goals and the list of hashtags before you even post. So step number one, make sure you change your Instagram to a business or a creator account. You know, go to the settings, go to account, and then change it to a business account. That's
just did that.
Then the second thing that you want to do is make sure that your description is in the proper way. So you put the description. So let me show my description here again. Yeah, so it's a little formula, and the formula is my name is my name, you know, my account, and then I have my business name, Automate Your Success Coaching. And then I have like what's in it for them, basically. You sell your value. So, sorry. you put in there like a 360-degree strategies for optimizing and automating your life and business, right? And then I say, my company, business automation for success. Then I say what I am, like a property investor, speaker. Then if you want any awards, if you're highlighted in anything in your life, then just mention it first. Award-winning coach, award-winning singer, award-winning. So I put award-winning singer, coach, and software engineer because I won 3 awards, 1 for each. So that's what I post next, you see? And I have a little trophy on the side icon, because icons call attention. So if you put icons on your description, it calls attention. And then I put a call to action. Try it here. Try me here. Get this free. And then the link. That's the basic stuff. Okay. Basic is have a right description with that formula, with the link, the hashtags in the description, and know your intention and goals. If you know your intention and goals, it's easy, because that's the basic of stuff. It's like having your north. If you haven't, you know where you're going, then you know exactly what to do. If you don't know where you're going, you don't know, you can't make a post because you don't know what you're going to post for, right? So make a list of all your goals and all your intentions with the Instagram. I want to have more networking. I want to have more sales. I want to show people what I'm about. You know, those are your goals, and you can have one goal at a time. It doesn't mean that you're going to have all the goals all together if it's too overwhelming, right? So have one goal, list all your goals, and then per week, focus on one goal, or per day, however you like. Don't let that overwhelm you. And then the next thing is make sure that your first post or one post is you have your information, your comment, you know, little story and the story behind the story, and you put the call to action to your link in bio, or tell them to comment, ask you a question, ask them things, try to engage them, and the list of 30 hashtags. That is the basic structure.
Okay, thank you so much. That's really helpful. I really appreciate that.
Excellent question there. I know a lot of people are new to Instagram, and it does feel sometimes with these social media platforms like it's a whole other world, right? And the fact is, you know, social media has only been around for 20 odd years. You know, Facebook started in 2004. So it's only been 16 years that Facebook's been around. And now there's 3.8 billion active social media users. So, you know, everyone's new to this stuff. So the thing is it's okay if you're starting out, just start somewhere and you can keep building on it. And the fact is that all the social media platforms, they keep changing and adding things. And, you know, so to be on top of your game, you need to hang out in communities like this, right? Where we're going to keep you updated with the latest. And actually from what you shared today, Neni, I've actually changed my Instagram now to creator account because it seems to be a better one to build a following. I had it on business account and now I've changed it. So there's always little tweaks you can make, right? Just tiny little steps. And, you know, if every day you just make one step towards something and make one small tweak, it's all those little things that can really add up and make a big difference. It's kind of like brushing your teeth, right? I heard this great video the other day. They were talking about brushing your teeth. You know, brushing your teeth or going to the gym, you know, or brushing teeth particularly, you don't kind of put off brushing your teeth until the end of the week. And, you know, instead of doing 2 minutes a day or 4 minutes a day, you don't put off to the end of the week and go, I'll just give it a really good go 1 hour a week at the end of the week to brush my teeth, right? You don't do that. It's kind of like life and like business, you know, it's incremental, making small changes every day that makes a big difference. So wonderful, wonderful. Just loving this, Neni. Now, who else has a question? Jackie, yes, unmute yourself, please.
Couple of quick questions. Firstly, do you ever use automated software like HubSpot or any of those to manage your social media? Because there is so many different social media platforms. Do you suggest automating it from a central place? Instagram, Facebook, you know those type of.
So this is an excellent question. Why? Because there's so many products and software automation to integrate all your social media and do the planning and do the marketing at long term and put Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram all together. But there's two things. Depends on the goal, right? Depends really on the goal and your time. So I don't use any not Hotsuite, not Hotspot, nothing like that. Why? Because they actually are paid services many of the times. You have to add, you have to pay to get more than one social media, or to have the to take the real advantage of what those platforms have. So I try to use as many free systems as I can, like I mentioned before. So but I don't need to use, so there's two things that in consideration. One is the linking of all your social media accounts, and that is free. So when you go into Instagram, actually in your profile, when you say, I believe in your edit profile, let me see, edit profile. I think in your accounts, when you do a new post, let me just go here and show you, just go into that screen so that I can, okay. So if you see here below, it says Facebook and Twitter. So what I do, so when you do a post in the bottom, if Facebook and Twitter are associated with your, basically when you see Facebook, it'll actually walk you through to link your Facebook page or your Facebook profile. If you don't have a Facebook page, you know the two types of Facebook, the Facebook profile and the business page.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually link, you will automatically post on Facebook what you post on Instagram. So if you want to automate to post on all your social media at the same time, you can use only Instagram to post on Facebook and Twitter. And that's what I do. So if you want to automate to post in all platforms, I do that. Now, it depends on the goal, because Instagram is picture, comment, take action. Facebook is more like you can put more pictures, it's like a more long form, you can put more videos. So the content is different. And then Twitter is a short thing, right? With an image. Yeah. So the three platforms are very different. And to be really effective, it's better to post on each individual. But if you don't have the time, and if you don't have and you want to grow your social media presence, I would recommend to do automatically all three. I don't have a marketing team, so I do all my posts myself, so I don't have to waste my time. I just go on Instagram when I post every morning, and then I post it to Facebook, I post it to Twitter, and that's it. Okay. And then I share it. I actually sometimes, and then I share it to my profile. So that's it. That's so if your goal is to share in multiple platforms, I would say use Instagram, and then you can post to everybody. Okay. Now the second thing, now there's another way to do things, but it's like actually not effective and not efficient, which is sometimes when you post on Twitter, Twitter has an automation that if you post on Twitter, we'll post it on Facebook. So you only have to post it on Twitter, and then it'll post on Facebook, but it's just too complicated. Just go on Instagram, post it to Twitter, Facebook, that's it. Simple, right? The second goal, sorry, it's the two part, because I know, is the planning. Because what I recommend, instead of, unless you have new content that you have every day that you have to post right away, I would recommend to plan on Sundays. You plan your whole week with your goals and intentions. You say, okay, this week I'm going to plan this. And so you gather all your pictures, all your messages, your content, and you plan on Sunday, and then you actually have them ready. And you can actually save them and not post them. And then when the day comes, you post them, and then you post the whole week. Then you know what your marketing is going to be for the whole week. Every week you plan on Sunday and you do it. Now then I would recommend a tool for that, because these tools, you can actually submit all the stuff and it will go and post it for you. So you do it on Sunday on that other platform, and then so this is all my marketing, and then you forget about it, as opposed to doing it every day, even if you plan it. So for those, there's Planoly, which I really like because you can see all the grid. Planoly is very nice. I think it's spelled Noli. I think it spells like that, Planoly. But you can see This is to schedule Instagram posts. But I believe that some of these, like when you schedule it, some of these don't post to Facebook or Twitter. They have some limitations. So I prefer to have control over it and do it individually myself. But these Planoly, if you don't have time, is very effective because you can do it on Sunday. You plan your whole week and you plan, especially if you're doing a pattern. So this is my pattern. So since the trip, so for example, I did just pictures, right? But I did this one, for example. You see, it's all across. So that means that every time I post, I have to post 3 pictures for them to, when they scroll up, they see this. You see, Route 66. But I have a pattern that goes like this. I don't know. I'm gonna. You see? So in this, I have like it's like an X, and then when I go up, it goes like this. You see, like a zigzag thing. So the purple. So when you do this kind of stuff, you have a pattern. You see the purple and the post. When you do this kind of planning, it requires a little bit more of a planning of the whole thing. So I do this, but this is more advanced. You don't need it for starters, you know, but I know that you are so interested in media and you do the creation, you will love it. And finding a pattern of color scheme or a theme is actually very nice. And then all your pictures can be in a particular shade. It actually looks very nice, but it's more advanced. You don't really need it, but it looks nice.
Great. And there's the second, thank you very much. And the second question is, and I had to write it down, with monetization, you mentioned GiftUp, for example, or how with transactions, say for coaching, booking coaching, etc., through the platforms, how does that happen? What is the payment gateway for that? And is there a delay in payments, like 60, 90 days, that type of thing through those gateways?
No. So GiftUp, the way GiftUp works is you link the gift certificate services online. You create your profile in their website, and then you link it to your bank account or your PayPal account. And when anybody buys a gift card, it goes directly to your account, like immediately.
Gosh.
Okay. Right. And you can tag in your story, you actually can put the gift card. So you put a story and you put the gift card in there. So get my gift card. So you can actually promote the gift card. So it's not just the button in your profile, because the button in your profile, they have to go to your profile to see it. You cannot put the gift card link in a post, but you can put the gift card link in a story.
Oh, right. Not in a post, but not in a post. But there was another part to that. Not 1 second.
The gift card goes in a story.
Cannot put a link in the post in a story.
The
put the link in. Yes, sorry.
Right. The post goes with a comment, right? And you can tag a product. You can tag in the actual image. You can tag a person or you can tag a product. Hold on. I'm joking. But in the comment, you can only put hashtags or tag people. You cannot put a link in there.
Yeah,
you cannot put an actual link in the comment. So that's why you have to say, go to my link in bio, and people understand what that means. Go to my link in bio.
Gotcha. Okay.
Thank you so much for your questions.
You okay?
Grab some water there. Neni, you've been talking nonstop for about an hour and a half. So it's no wonder you need a drink of water. Or is that wine in there? Or is that vodka? What have you got in that cup?
No, it's just water. It's just water. It's just water.
Just water. Excellent.
Watching that sunset, I had watermelon rosé last night to celebrate the finish of my work.
Stunning. Stunning. Fantastic, Neni. It's great to see that you're lapping up the beauties of life, and there is so much we can be grateful for in every moment, in every day. It's all about what we choose to focus on. Choosing to focus on the joy all around us, just getting into gratitude every day. Well, it's been an absolutely amazing session. We've got so many phenomenal comments. People have absolutely loved it on the live Zoom. Thank you to everyone who's been watching on Facebook. We have got some giveaways very quickly before we wrap up. So I will share my screen.
Elizabeth has a question, no?
Well, it's 9:30. Is everyone happy to just stay
yeah.
just a little bit longer, or do you have to run off? I don't want to go for another half hour, but Elizabeth, Joylene.
Just a really quick question.
Yes.
I'm just wondering when she says, or Neni says, to post on Instagram, she starts there. Can I ask, does the size that you use and what is it, and does it go across the board nicely?
The size
of the image, that you post.
Yeah. The image is better if it's square. But when you take an image from your phone, it's better if you take the image in the landscape way. If you take it portrait, sometimes it doesn't translate very well because you have the portrait doesn't cover the whole thing. When you do the post, it'll stretch it, and then you may find that the top and bottom are chopped. So it's better to do when you're taking pictures for the content, just make sure you take them landscape. That way they're going to translate very easy on Instagram. But basically it's a square photo.
Okay, and is there any size?
No.
Size, sorry? No. Okay, thank you.
Just square.
Generally, your phone, you can change the settings on your phone to
you can take a square photo,
to do higher definition or whatever, but even the small ones will be fine for social media because you only need 72 DPI generally for social media images, 72 dots per inch. So you don't worry about the size of taking the photo. Any photo will do off your phones nowadays. Joylene, did you have a quick question? Thank you, Elizabeth.
Yeah,
thank you both.
Just a very quick one, thanks, Aldwin. If Nina could just, my understanding is that you can't do Instagram on laptop or computers. This is only on phone or iPad. Is that correct?
No, it's not correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I can do it on a laptop, can I?
Now you can.
Oh, okay.
There's a new feature now that you can do that. Yeah.
Do I have to get an app, or do I have to do something?
No, they actually allowed it. Like maybe what I can do is there's a way to do it, and you just have to have a special link. But yeah, you can do it from your desktop. Maybe what I'll do is I'll research the link because I don't use it. Obviously, I do it from my phone, and I can send it to you. But yeah, it's definitely optimized for the phone, but you can do that.
Oh, excellent. Thank you so much. Because I just can't do it on the phone. I'm just, this business, I just can't do it.
It's hard. It's hard to go from the computer to the phone. But I'm afraid you're going to have to little by little try to do it. Try to do it on the phone. Like, don't be afraid. Just try to do it. You're going to find it simpler than and I know it's kind of hard. It's small, maybe it means that you need to get a bigger phone, so it's
I think so.
It's just maybe it means it just needs to get, but it's totally worth it, and it's an investment that you may have to do because technology is going to advance, and I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. The computers are no longer going to be the way you do things. They're going to be apps for the phone, and then it's going to be like tablets. You see, laptops
I've got an iPad, so the iPad's okay for it.
Perfect.
Yeah, well, that's good then. I can just do that.
So do it in the iPad. Don't do it in the computer. Do it in the iPad because everything is optimized for the phone. The future changes are for the phone. Everybody's using the phone interface, not that web interface. So I would say switch to the iPad.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Nan.
Awesome. Oh, so many questions we could ask you, Neni. We could keep you here for another half hour. But I am aware it is past 9:30 and it has been a big session, 2.5 hours we've been going for. So it's been amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm going to share screen. We'll do some giveaways. Neni, do you have something you want to give away, or does anyone want to give something away today? We've only got a few of us on here and we like to have it that everyone's a winner, baby. So I'm going to give away a ticket to my How to Gain $1 Million worth of free publicity workshop. And I'm also going to give away a 45-minute media strategy call one-on-one with me as well. So 2 prizes from me. Anyone else want to put their hand up? I'll just share my screen.
I'll give away 2 things. One is I'll give away a free consultation specifically for Instagram, coaching for Instagram automation, a free 45 session for any of you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, all right. Well, out of those prizes, so 3 prizes, Jackie, did you want to give something away too?
I could give a consultation on branding if anybody would be interested.
Wonderful. Consultation on branding. Fantastic. We've got a session with Neni. We've got a session with Jackie, and just about everyone's a winner. Anyone else want to donate something? Joylene? Or
I am going to be very brave and donate a copy of my book that I have written but not made any attempt to market. So I'll go ahead and do that.
Fantastic. And what's your book called, Elizabeth?
It's called How Are You Really? And it's pretty much about making small changes that make a big difference and just sort of taking a look at your life as is and adjusting. Yeah.
Fantastic. Small changes like brushing your teeth every single day or twice a day. So rather than for 1 hour a week.
Not quite, but yeah.
It's funny, we were just talking about that. Fantastic. Thank you so much for your generosity. So as we draw the winners, you can choose what prize, okay, because you'll know what's most relevant to you. So our first winner out of all those prizes, we've got Elizabeth's book, we've got a session with Neni, we've got a session with Jackie, and we've got a media consultation with me or a workshop ticket. Claudia, congratulations. Claudia in Chicago.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm just so grateful for being able to participate in the dark. I am going to admit that I have not brushed my teeth yet, although I have practiced hygiene, so I am not in viewable mode. And I promise that the next session I will be brave and put on my camera. I'm so grateful for being able to participate in this wonderful event. I do run a nonprofit organization, and from all of these lovely ladies who have donated either a coaching or a session, please select for me what you think will be the best use of your talent to help the Instagram branding of EAL Green, which is just, we switched from my personal account to a business account, but we have done nothing. So I would love to share the gifts with whoever else would like to benefit, but I'm happy to be assigned a gift that you both think will be best suited for my request.
Wow. Fantastic, Claudia. I love your accent, by the way.
Argentina.
Argentina, fantastic.
Yes.
Wow. And what time in Chicago is it right now?
It is now 6 o'clock, a little bit later than, let's see.
30 maybe.
I know I was supposed to be on with you ladies at 4 a.m., but my alarm didn't go off until 5. So it's probably 6:30 in the morning here.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us at that crazy hour, just like Neni's joined us for an even crazier hour, 3 hours behind that. Well, since you said you want help with Instagram, I would suggest Neni's prize would probably be the best for you. What do you think, Neni?
Sí, puedo hablar en español si quieres. Porque
ay, sí, gracias. Me encanta todo, me encanta lo que aprendimos, así que me encanta. I would love to take all the gifts, but of course I cannot be that selfish. So however I can repay to other participants as well. So would love to work with Neni, and since we are both in the US, in different sort of different coasts, you're in the West Coast and I'm in the Midwest. Yeah. I would love the opportunity to, kickstart our Instagram journey with a little bit of help from you.
Send me your Instagram account and your email, okay, in the chat.
Fantastic. I will do that. Do you want me to do that now or after the event?
Send it now. Send now. Put your Instagram account and your email so that everybody can reach you and follow you on Instagram.
Yes, absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
not yet, because the thing is not up and perfect. Let's do it in a month. But in any event, thank you so much. And I will mute now so that everybody else can get a chance to watch the wheel.
Yeah,
Thank you,
okay.
Claudia. I'm actually going to donate, because you've all stayed on past the time. You've been on such a dedicated, amazing group. I'm going to offer everyone a ticket to my workshop on Saturday.
Wow.
So all of you on this live Zoom right now, you all are welcome. It's $50 value. So you can come along for free on Saturday. It's 1 till 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, which will be a much better hour for Claudia and Neni. It will be later in the day. So so all of you, so please just private message me in Facebook, and you're all welcome to come to that one. So all right, our next prize. Awesome, Claudia. That's brilliant. Thank you. Neni and Claudia, you speak the same language too. Unbelievable. Look at the magic happens at these events. Joylene, congratulations. So Joylene, you can now choose from a media strategy with me, from a book with Elizabeth, from a session with Jackie on branding. You can choose from any of those.
I want one of yours, Aldwin. The media one, or what was it that you had?
There's a one-on-one call with me, a 45-minute media strategy, and I've donated already to all of you to come for free to my workshop.
Yeah, that media strategy, I'd love that one if I could.
Media strategy, beautiful.
Please.
Okay, fantastic. We'll make sure we book that in.
Okay,
excellent.
Lovely.
All right, 45-minute, nice choice. 45-minute media strategy, excellent.
Wonderful.
Excellent. Okay, congratulations. All right, our next winner. Everyone's a winner, baby. I need to have that music going in the background. Actually, you probably sing that better than me, Neni. Everyone's a winner. I won something. Wow. Wow, I've won something. Okay, great. I'm going to choose a branding session with Jackie. I'd love to do that with you, Jackie. So that would be wonderful. All right. Thank you. So let's connect. I'd love to do that and get to know you a bit better. And Jackie, congratulations. You have won, you have won a book with Elizabeth. Have we got any other prizes? Everyone's won something, haven't they? Elizabeth, you've won Elizabeth's book?
And Elizabeth, my real surname is Edwards. So when I say my real, that sounded, but my
your maiden?
No, I was actually born Edwards.
Okay.
Really complicated story, but what I was going, oh, Edwards, oh, there's a sign. What does that mean? I'm getting the pleasure of reading your book, and congratulations for getting a book done. That's all I can say. It's impressive, isn't it? Really.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
If you can share your email with me in that chat.
I will do that. I will do that right now. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. And please do save the chat. Now, if you want to save the chat on the live Zoom, all you do is you go down to where you type a message, and where it says everyone or someone's name, you just go to the right. There's 3 dots there. Just go click on that and you can save the chat from today. So you've got all those links there. And any questions at all watching on Facebook or anywhere else where you're watching this, this will go up on YouTube as well, on Media Queen TV. So anywhere you're watching this, if you have any questions whatsoever, please pop them into the chat. We could keep going for another 10 hours on this topic. Maybe we'll get Neni back again, I think, by popular demand. I think we'll have to do a 3rd session with Neni, have her as a regular guest on the Mass Media Tribe events. It's been a wonderful evening or morning for those over the other side of the world. Neni, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yes, so please follow my Instagram if you can. I have Automate Your Success coaching website where you can get some tips and all my services and products in there. I have a book, meditation, inspirational book with flower photography. I have music. It's all there in the shop. You can see all the music that I have. But especially what I want you to do is be grateful. Be grateful for your life. I want you to be really, really aware of your present moment, that how blessed you are to be here with all of us, to be here in the internet with electricity, with water, with your clothes on, with a roof over your head, with food, maybe in the kitchen, maybe if it's a little bit of food. yeah, I just want you to be grateful. I thank you so much for your attention, for your questions, and for your willingness to put yourself out there in the light of everybody, because you all are here for a special reason. Your challenges is what you're here for, and that sharing how you overcome those challenges is what's gonna make you shine and success in your Instagram account. I am a cancer survivor myself, and it was the blessing to have it in 2004. I thought I was going to die in 2005, and I'm here so many years after, sharing all my lessons, sharing my life, helping other people change their life, transform their life through actually Instagram and through the coaching. So just don't give up. Don't be afraid of the technology. Keep on going. Go to my website if you want to find out more about me, and well, just keep on watching, and good luck in your Instagram success.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing, Neni.
Thanks,
I'm very grateful for you, and I'm grateful, absolutely big love hearts for you. You're amazing. Thank you so much. And I'm very grateful for everyone who came on the live tonight, whether you stayed on till the end or not. For those who came on the live Zoom, thank you to you. Thank you, Jackie, Elizabeth, Claudia, Joylene, for staying until the end. And we have some awesome events coming up, so please stay connected. September 24, date for the diary, is our next event. How to build a multi-six-figure business. We've got Andrew Komenos, the results guy, September 24, 7 till 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna aim to condense it to 2 hours. Let's see how we go. We're going to be doing interview style with Andrew, and he's amazing. All his clients have been, doubling, tripling their profits. He's blitzing it. So he's an incredibly busy man, and he charges a lot for his time. So it's going to be great to have him with us. Andrew Komenos, September 24. That will be awesome. And of course on Saturday, so for those who won a ticket to my How to Gain $1 Million worth of free publicity global workshop on Zoom, please go into the event, which is in the Mass Media Tribe group in events. You'll see the event listed. Please stay going in there and send me a private message to Aldwin Alternate, private message to say you've won a ticket to the workshop, and I'll make sure you get the Zoom link, okay? Because otherwise you'll be taken through to pay for it. And because you've won a ticket, then come and join me for that. And so much going on. So please, let's stay connected. Connect with me on Instagram as well, Aldwin_Media Queen. Thank you for highlighting that. I just made a highlight tonight as well, Neni, from tonight. I put a highlight from that photo as well. So I'm taking action on your amazing knowledge. Thank you once again. Would anyone else like to share anything they're grateful for, or anything else before we wrap up the night? Anything you've got out of tonight? Some ahas? Anyone like to share? Just unmute yourself. Yes, Jackie.
Clarity leads to power. The distinction that you made along the way is being clear, and with that clarity you can create the hashtags, etc. So it's reinforcing your message, and that's been good for me to pull my head in, so to speak, is to be able to really focus and with intention. So thank you very much for that. That was really, really worthwhile. Everything was worthwhile, but that was really good. Thanks.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Claudia says, thank you very much for kicking off my day in a stellar way. Thank you, Claudia.
Lovely.
That's wonderful, wonderful. Joylene, would you like to share?
I'd just like to say thank you so much to Nene. I feel so much more confident now. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, getting on there and see if I can do some of these things. I've taken all these notes. So I'm just hoping desperately that I can understand my writing. But yeah, I feel so much more confidence, and I really appreciate it.
Wonderful, Joylene.
Gratitude.
Yes, yeah. Wonderful. Well, you can't feel depressed when you're in gratitude. It just doesn't happen. True. I heard Nat Cook, the Olympic gold medalist of beach volleyball, the other day. She did this thing, and she said, get in superhero pose, and think about your favorite superhero. Put your shoulders back, stand up tall, right, or sit up tall, and she said, put a big smile on your face, and then try and be depressed.
Yeah.
You can't, right? You
No.
can't. So it's
No.
just it's a great thing to remember to get into that superhero pose, because you know you can be the change you want to see in the world. Absolutely. And it's every choice we make that makes a difference. It's those small
Where is
choices.
she? Where is she? Is she here where I live?
Nat Cook.
Is she? Yeah.
Natalie Cook, she was the Olympic beach volleyball gold medalist in the 2000 Olympics in Sydney. She's based in Brisbane,
Okay.
and we're actually doing a landmark course together at the moment. Actually, we're doing the money seminar together. She's an amazing lady.
Nice.
And and she spoke at one of Real Bergen's events, a Money and You seminar leader here on the Gold Coast. So she spoke at one of her events the other day, and that's what she said. She said, get in superhero pose, and then think about your favorite superhero, get in the pose, big smile on the face, posture up, and you know, just set the tone. So your posture is really important. Really great tip there. Elizabeth, would you like to share anything before we wrap up?
Yes, I would just like to say that you are both amazing, and you say really cool stuff that's really, really helpful, and that's what I am aiming to do. And I worked out that the biggest thing that's holding me back is just fear, and fear of what I guess it's a variety of things, the response you're going to get, all that kind of stuff, but it's just, that's not enough to stop me doing what I want to do. So for you guys breaking through and breaking out there and showing yourselves, you know, kudos to you. That's really amazing, because I know how hard it is, but I am going to do it. Like, I'm just getting to that point where I'm just have to take that step, because, you know, I look into the future and think about what I might regret, and you know, you've just got to do it at the end of the day. I mean, can't waste your life not doing what you want to do just because you're scared, right? So big step, but I am like this far away. I've got my studio set up and everything. So I reckon within the next few weeks, I'm going to be posting something. I just need to decide how I'm going to start. That's probably the biggest thing for me right now.
Just message me, call me. And on Instagram, on WhatsApp, if you go to my website, you can find ways to message me and talk to me. So just message me, call me if you have any questions. Message me. It's all, you know, it's always, I'm here.
Thank you so much.
I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve. Call me, and if you're afraid, just call me.
I'd love to. I've got 3 minutes that I just don't get to use, so I would absolutely love to call you. So if you want to maybe put your number in the email that you're going to send me, and I will organize a time, and I would love that very, very much.
Fantastic. Yeah, just one thing about what you said. Like, I just moved at 52 years old, you know, from the East Coast to the West Coast. You know, I left everything I sold and took off. You know, sometimes the biggest fear that you have is actually, it comes with a solution. Okay. Your fear is there because it's pointing out something, it's pointing out a problem that the solution that has its own potential solution. It's every fear, every challenge has a potential solution. It's just pointing out a big breakthrough.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. So just go out there and be bold, you know, be there. We need you. So we need you out there, and just go for it. Just give me a call. I'm gonna try to find you, you know, through you put in the chat your email and stuff, right? You already did. So I'll reach out to you, and we'll have a chat for your book and everything. But anybody here, just if you have a doubt, you know, I'm here for the seminar with Aldwin, but I am available. I'm reachable. So just send me a message, direct message on Instagram or Facebook, any way you want, and we'll talk. We'll do a little FaceTime, and I'll walk you through. If you have a question, when you implement any of the things that I've said, I'm here to serve you. I'm here to support you. Okay.
Totally amazing. Thank you so much.
Okay.
It's really cool. And thank you, Aldwin.
Thank you. And I'm here too. You know, it's important to realize you're not alone in this journey. And that's part of what the Mass Media Tribe is about too. It's about, we've got your back, you know. And at any time, if you're feeling alone, you're feeling stuck, please reach out. Send a private message, you know, whatever it takes. You've actually got my number, Elizabeth, so you can actually call me or text me directly. So, you know, please do reach out. You know, I know what it's like to go into dark places. I've felt it. I've been there. I've wanted to hop off that that roller coaster ride of life many times in my life, and I'm so glad I didn't, because now I feel more motivated than ever before. And sometimes it feels like in life you chug along, chug along, chug along, chug along. It feels like a real struggle sometimes in life, and then there's a tipping point, and things can just go exponential. And they say it takes a lifetime to create an overnight success, right? And that's the thing, is everything that's happened to this point has brought you to here, right? And none of it's wasted. It's all perfect. Everything's in divine order. It's absolutely perfect. And, you know, when you're ready, things will show up. You know, when the student's ready, the teacher shows up. So I want to acknowledge you. You know, it does take something. It takes something to step up. It takes pushing, you know, beyond your fears, and you know, and it takes something. However, just be assured there is a butterfly waiting, and that's you. You are that butterfly, and it's waiting. And you and it takes that little bit of perturbation for the butterfly to get the blood in the wings, right, to be able to fly. So so welcome the challenges, and welcome learning something new, because you're growing and evolving and becoming a stronger person.
Thank you.
And as you become stronger, you're gonna, as you light up more, as you get in flow, you will automatically lift those around you.
Yeah, that's the goal, isn't it?
Yeah, and every little thing that we do makes a difference. Every little thing, just getting into gratitude every day. You know, I've been meditating, I've been, you know, yoga sometimes. If you, even just 10 minutes of yoga or meditation a day can make the world a difference. Join the Global Good News Challenge. Here's a great opportunity for you. And Neni, I loved your Good News challenges that you did. It's really wonderful. You know, it's something that we can all do, very simple thing, and it can really make such a big difference for your life and those around you.
I restarted this month.
Yes. Excellent.
From today I'm working.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to do one.
Let me rephrase that. From today I'm online.
You're online. Excellent. It's probably 5 a.m. now. Oh, thank you, Neni.
It is 5 a.m.
5 a.m. Well, look, you can start the Global Good News Challenge 9-day one for September, different ones every month. We've got 9 days for September, start at any time between now and September 9. Just share what your name, what you do, 3 things you're grateful for, and a piece of good news. And the good news could be that you were on the Mass Media Tribe event today. That could be your good news. It could be something very simple, right? So it's something we can all do, and it will definitely shift your energy. Claudia, would you like to share anything? Anyone else? Oh, Jackie, yes, you're putting your book up there. Just unmute yourself.
I've got my gratitude. I started on September the 1st. So I have my gratitude diary. That was about time I started. So this will be the first thing in there for today. So
wonderful.
Thank you very much to everybody. Very inspiring. Everybody's very inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Please save the chat. Any final words before we wrap up? Anyone else want to share anything?
Just the wonderful serendipity in life moment. I received an invite to join this event by a colleague and a friend who wasn't able to make it, but I am so happy I had the energy to try to wake up on time and to listen to all of the stories, and we all have so much to contribute to each other's lives and experiences that I'm sure we could all become friends and check a year or 2 from now and see how far we have grown and how strong we have become. We all have faced adversity. I am not on Facebook because the person who last invited me to join on Facebook was my sister, and I was too busy to accept her invite to be her friend on Facebook. And then she was killed in a car accident, and I never accepted Laura's invite. So I've been very, very, very afraid of joining Facebook. So anytime that I can participate on things about Instagram or any other social media, I love it. So forgive me if I don't follow you on Facebook, but I wanted to know why.
So sorry to hear that, Claudia. That's really sad.
Well, that's a beautiful story you can write on Instagram about the story behind the story, you know.
Yeah. And but I don't want to finish on a sad note. What I have gained in getting to know women, men, anybody, gender specific is not important, all over the world through social media has been fantastic in this last 7 months. So I encourage all of us to stay in touch. I encourage everyone to learn each other's business and see how we can help each other.
Yeah, so maybe next time I can talk about lives and about content creation. Since we're all turning to content creators, then I can show you how I can do a session on how to do content creation online, for example.
That would be wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Amazing.
Fantastic. Wonderful. Sorry to hear that news, Claudia. Thank you so much for sharing with us. And, you know, it's sharing from the heart like that where we connect, right? And you know, crap happens in life sometimes, you know, sometimes you get thrown curveballs. In fact, one thing that's certain in life is uncertainty.
Yes.
You know, that's one thing that's certain. And it's all about how we're going to deal with the punches that life throws, right? How are you going to be about it, you know? And I do believe there's a breakthrough at the end of every breakdown. There's always some learning there. So thank you for joining us, Claudia, particularly with that. Yes, Jackie.
I just wanted to say I've been noting names, and my mum used to say, given the name, play the game. And Claudia's surname's Freed. And I think that's a very, very liberating name that you've been given. And I just want to say to live that, to live the freedom that you've been given, and not to fear, and be open, because you've been open with us, and you know, you've touched us with your story, as Neni has been explaining to us. It's a story, and you know, I just love your name, Freed. You know, so I don't know what that means, but I just felt compelled to say that. So
thank you, Jackie. And my joke, and again, a story within a story, is kind of like an old Chinese cabinet for medicine. If you've ever been to Hong Kong and visited some of the old pharmacies, you can see a cabinet within a cabinet and a cabinet. So a story within a story, a drawer within a drawer. I tell the joke that I came to the United States to become a doctor, but I married one instead. And then the doctor that I married is his surname is Freed. And I always joke that I got married, which is not a sign of necessarily freedom. To the freed. So that my
you
birth
got married to be freed. You got married to be freed. Yeah,
exactly. So there is a story within a story there as well, but that would be for another day.
but if you adopted the name, that means that that's who you are, and that's what you want. You are, and notice that it's not free, it's freed, meaning you're already free. Like in the past.
That's why I love Jackie's perspective. No one has ever noted that before. So, and I must remember that this is being recorded.
I love it. Oh, look, I'd love to hear what everyone's names mean. And in fact, why don't we pop into the chat? What does your name mean in Facebook under the live video on Mass Media Tribe? I'd love to hear from you. What does your name mean in the chat, or what are you grateful for today? I'd love to see that as well. What are you grateful for? Any questions for Neni? We could keep on chatting. Any questions, please pop them in the chat as well in Facebook. Save the chat here on Zoom. Aldwin, by the way, means old one or old friend. Isn't that interesting? Old, if you think it's an old Celtic word. And I was actually named after a dear friend of my parents who died when Mum was 8 months pregnant to me. And so that's how I ended up with the name. So thank you, Aldwin, in spirit land, wherever she may be, for the name. Yeah. Elizabeth, anyone else want to share? Jackie?
I have to dot my I and cross my T's.
Don't you right? Cross your T's, you do too. I had to think about that for a second.
On a surname. Well, my name is Deborah Elizabeth Edwards. I go by my middle name, but Deborah, D-E-B-R-A, is a Hebrew name. Both names are Hebrew, actually, even though I'm English. And Deborah means Queen Bee, she rules.
Oh, beautiful.
Need to remember that, don't I?
We could be related.
You
You
could be.
I was born East
I know
End
that
of London.
sounds scary, but we could be related.
Fantastic. And Neni's put in the chat, Neni means little baby girl in Spanish. Carolina is a Germanic name for a strong person, and Chacin is my dad's last name that comes from France. Wow.
Got all things happening there. Good mix.
Fantastic. And
Yeah,
Claudia
so
says
I think Carolina is like Carlo Magno. It's like something like an emperor, like a really strong, like very strong masculine figure. But that's what Carolingia is like. It comes from something like that. I did research it before. But Neni is my family nickname. Everybody that's in my inner circle calls me Neni. So I changed my artistic name to be Neni Carolina Chacin, because Carolina is my original name, because everybody calls me Neni when they're in the inner circle. So I wanted to make everybody in my inner circle and close and intimate and feel more connected. So that's why.
Nice.
wonderful. Wonderful. And Claudia says, I'm grateful for my freedom, my heritage, my community. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. I would love to keep chatting, but I am aware we've been together 3 hours now. This has been a mammoth marathon session here at Mass Media Tribe. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, whether you've been watching live or joining us live on the Zoom. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a magical evening, and lots of blessings to you. Here's to your media success. Here's to you stepping up and stepping out with your message and making the difference that only you are here to make. As Marie Forleo says, only you are here to make that difference. So here's to celebrating life and making the most of it. Thank you so much.
My first live from my new home in Hermosa Beach.
Yay, awesome. Fantastic. And thank you particularly, Neni and Claudia, for joining us at crazy times in the morning. It is the 24/7 world we're living in now with these Zoom meetings. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And there are times I've hopped on American Zoom meetings, by the way, at crazy times in the morning here too. So I've done the same. I've done the same from the other side. So thank you so much.
I can't wait to visit you in Australia.
Yes. Yes, I can't wait to have you here. You'll have a whole family ready to welcome you. We'll have to have a physical event. We'll have a physical
ladies'
event.
lunch.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Ladies' lunch, ladies' dinner. We'll just go through the whole day. I think it'll be one big party when you come here, Neni.
Good idea.
I can't wait. I can't wait. This is fantastic. Thank you so much.
Hopefully soon. Fingers crossed, hopefully soon. Okay, blessings to you. Thank you so much once again. And please stay connected, support each other, and look forward to seeing you again. 24th of September, our next one with Andrew Komenos on how to build a multi-six-figure business.
Thanks, Aldwin. Thanks, Neni. Nice to meet everybody. Good night.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.